Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are here for another madness-filled WWE pay-per-view watch-along commentary from the CWF. I am Jeremy, otherwise known as the OG of OMG, Super Mario. And while I am not the central host, I'm just the one stupid enough to speak up first. Also in the room is Daniel.
Hello, I'm Daniel, otherwise known as the Mighty Skeletor, the current reigning and not really defending CWF Heavyweight Champion of the world. And also joining us today is the lovely voice known as Donovan Troy.
How dare you get it wrong once again? It is the glamorous, it is the fabulous, it is the greatest of all time, Donovan Troy, the voice of the CWF universe. Thank you, all of you amazing people, for joining us here at another watch-along extravaganza. Let me introduce to you our fellow tag team partner. He is the extraordinary Billy Mays.
Hi, Billy Mays here, otherwise known as Jericho professionally. Happy to be here with my crew, and I'm gonna give the hot tag to the Claw.
Yes. Coming in with the hot tag, the man behind the scenes, the man who produces all of the videos and archives everything. Yes, Clawmaster, aka Anthony, is here to help you guys record all of this and stream this, because otherwise there'll be no stream today. And as soon as I do that, I throw my hot tag to the next person. That person, his name's Kaza.
Yo, Kaza here. Wrench, greatest hacker of all time. Anyways, we're about to enjoy a great pay-per-view this evening, folks, and let's get to it.
And for those of you who are watching at home right now, who may be watching, there's about 3 minutes and 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8 seconds left on the pre-show clock. But don't worry, when the whole thing starts, we'll get you all synced up so that if you want to watch us at a later time with us, heckling in the background, you're more than welcome to. We'll make it nice and easy for you.
Well, keep counting. They may have lost sync already.
Oh my god. Well, I'm gonna get some food real quick before we begin, so I'll be MIA.
All right. My God, Booker T looks like he's got a hornet's nest on the back of his head with all the braids wrapped up.
Could split it in two and be Princess Leia.
Wow.
Dude, Eric Rowan's spider is underneath that.
Oh
no.
Why you gotta bring that up?
Too soon.
The first batch is already hatched and turned into his beard. Oh, look, there's Booker T Spider in the background graphics. Great.
Oh, how thoughtful.
Jerry, just lay off the Just for Men. Just let it go gray.
But if he does that, he won't be able to find a new 24-year-old wife.
I know. All he has to do is go down to Memphis and say, "I'm Jerry Lawler." Done.
That was doing fine up through the 90s, maybe the 2000s. That doesn't carry what it used to. Now he'd have to try a different tactic, like maybe I wrestled Andy Kaufman. I have had several concussions to this family.
Yeah.
TNA, TNA, TNA.
Slap nuts. You should be the next member of Retribution. Be slap nuts.
Wow.
No, just Beetlejuice. Just drag him out of
Oh, it's
out of
coming
his
down.
midget
Yeah.
hole somewhere.
We're starting with one.
Yeah, WWE is lowering the studio apartment. I think all 5 matches are cells.
No, there's 3
No,
cells.
only 3 cell matches.
Oh,
You
darn it.
got,
Ready for
Otis
the
and
plastic
Miz.
cage.
I would bet they're going to start.
Normal.
They're probably going to
and-
start with Drew. I would bet money on that. They're probably going to start with Drew and Randy.
Honestly,
Or
yeah.
Bailey and Sasha. It could be that too.
I want Bailey and Sasha the main event, but I really think it's going to be Roman. But I'm fine with both of them. I'm just interested in both the feuds.
I feel like with Roman, it's more like emotional, just because.
Is it sad to say that this current Roman storyline, whatever he's doing, the whole tribal chief thing, is actually super good?
It is. SmackDown for the last couple months has just been like
Yeah,
a
Friday
very
nights
quality
have
show.
been an enjoyable watch. Hopefully,
Last Friday night we had Law and Otis. It was great.
Okay, Daniel, it's going to be your job to sync us here.
All right, for those of you watching at home, we're in the warning, unauthorized, intercepted, or receipt. The big old warning screen is currently on, and it lasts about 10-ish seconds. So we'll let you know when it fades out. For those of you synced, and it's off, and slam. Then now, dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Forever. Doo doo.
And if you haven't figured it out by now, you lose.
WWE.
I think your
Thunderdome.
connection is
I
weird.
know we're good.
There's a
my
bit of a
connection's kinda
buffering
messed up.
problem.
Do
Is
we
this
have
AOL
dial-up
internet?
again?
Mustafa
Oh,
Ali,
that's a
stop messing
retribution.
with it.
Wait,
Oh,
we know that they
Daniel,
exist.
you're gonna make me do it.
I am going to make you do it.
That's the only
You're
goodness.
gonna
I
look
got
up for the retribution.
And we got 2 Vince McMahon. That's gonna be some good shit.
You know, I'm starting to feel like we're going to get a Fiend invasion sometime during the show. Because this
I would
feels
like
very
that.
Firefly.
Who watches a box TV nowadays aside from Super Smash Bros. Melee players?
I need something to play my television on. Wow.
Is this
That's
promo
actually
being
really
taken
cool.
in the
This is old
Firefly
school punk.
Funhouse?
No, this is old school punk advertising here.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the new era style advertising.
Did you just say punk advertising?
Yeah.
CM Punk
Oh,
is gonna come back?
No, this is just very punk style. It's kind of weird to see that the 80s and 90s are now the retro period everybody is referencing these days.
I'm waiting for the 90s. We're still in the 80s. Stranger Things.
No. We're hitting that WWF new era where everything was unbelievable. Thanks
It's
to
the
Vince
90s. This would
McMahon.
be a blockbuster advertisement.
I keep expecting like the Legend of Zelda to appear on the screen with this.
Oh, give us the Japanese Zelda ads.
Ziru ziru. Ziru ziru ziru. That.
Nintendo 64!
So what do you think? Is third time the charm for Randy, or are they going to just keep Drew's momentum
I
going?
say it's with Drew because I really want to see a Drew McIntyre versus AJ Styles feud for the title.
I'd love to see Drew McIntyre versus Keith Lee.
The Fiend interference.
What's the over and under on the top of the cell being used?
There's 3 matches, and
I-
Jay
I-
Uso likes to climb.
You got to be careful though, because the cell is no longer a complete ceiling anymore, from what I'm seeing.
Wait, they raised the cell again.
Yeah, they did. And they added barbed wire.
No, those were
No, that's just pyro
fireworks.
wire.
Oh, okay.
It's like you must cross the barbed wire before you can enter the ring.
That would not be the
Careful,
most sadistic thing I've ever
you
seen
must-
WWE do.
You must make way for Sandman and Sabu.
EC
Be
dub,
careful,
EC
they're
dub,
live.
EC blah blah blah.
Sabu's doing a like a virtual signing soon too.
Oh shit, I'm late to that.
I got an advertisement for it in my email.
Okay,
Can't wait to have my
So-
Zoom meeting with him.
so over under on the top of the cell being used. I'm gonna go ahead and 80-20 it not being used at all.
Yeah, it is not a complete structure anymore. There are openings in the ceiling. So
They're lowering it again. It's like, okay, are you guys serious now? Because you made us lower that earlier.
Are there holes in the side like that you can climb? I see some holes in the side on this side.
TNA holes.
Well, I mean, like for your hands to climb.
No, like I said, there are some TNA holes in there. Because TNA did the same thing.
oh my god, they put the announcers in the cage.
They're in jail. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime.
Corey Graves goes over.
Corey Graves is just like, third time today. Okay.
It's like, okay.
What already?
No way!
All right. Just gonna start it off. Okay.
Oh, that means they might.
Right out the gate.
Sasha and Bailey are made of
Echo.
Someone's echoing.
Echo.
Test mic. Echo.
Okay. Hang on.
Echo. There we go.
Right.
Wow. This was
I thought this was
now.
gonna
If there
be
was an
live.
over under on this, I would have said impossible. I mean,
I
this is the
thought
match
this was
everybody
gonna be
wanted to
secondary
see.
main event.
This is weird.
Maybe Roman wanted to go home early.
Look, let me just kill my cousin and beat traffic, please.
He's like,
I'm
I need to
pulling a
make
Brock
it to,
Lesnar.
I need to make it to Sabu's meet and greet.
I'm pulling a Brock Lesnar. If I'm not last, we're going first. We're getting out of here.
Okay, how about now? We good?
Much better. You're a little bit echoey and a little hollow, but it's better.
Okay, I'm on.
Okay, no, the echo's increasing. It's magnifying.
God, that's such a cool move that I've never seen before. When you kick out at 2 and you raise your arm and you like low blow him.
Yeah, it's very rare that you kick out while checking your family member's prostate.
But then again, we also got like Jay corpsing in the middle of the ring while Roman's trying to look intimidating. You know, he got like the perfect cheesy grin as Roman's just like, "I'm the tribal chief. How you
Merry
gonna stay on the island?"
That's the Anoa'i holiday card this year. Just him crushing his skull and Jamie like, hey.
You know, the sad part is now that they've changed the Universal title back to black, that blueberry title that Roman is carrying is one of my biggest gripes in the company right now.
No, I actually like the Blue Universal title. I mean, it's not as cool as White Strap Intercontinental title, but at least it's better than Ultimate Warrior Yellow Intercontinental title.
When did Jey Uso break into the Gargano house?
That's Jimmy, by the way. That's Jay.
Still doesn't answer what he's doing at the Gargano house.
They're having a family dinner with him and Naomi.
You better watch out. You're going to mess up his new teeth.
Might knock an extra tattoo into him. Wait, was somebody supposed to hold him back? We forgot. That's our bad.
Naomi's like, what'd I do?
Okay, how do I sound now?
Much better.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Are you ready for some patricide?
I am surprised that this is the curtain jerker.
Dude, Sabu's
Day
never
one
good,
ish.
man.
I've been down since. A couple days
He's got the
ago,
white
I've been
flowers
down
this time.
since. Maybe last week, I've been down since. Could be last month.
Roman comes out with the old red ones.
Are we going to see blood?
Okay, someone's smashing a keyboard test mic.
Yeah.
Hang on.
You're not doing a very good job today.
Dare you step inside?
I don't want to step inside, so I'm climbing on top. Actually, there's not a lot of room on top. There's like that stupid
No.
Thunderdome.
Look at that.
You
Jay
wanna
with
start-
the lay.
We all know why we don't start the match on top of the cell. Poor Mick Foley.
Yeah, but with as close as that is to the Thunderdome ceiling, there's even higher to go now.
Oh yeah.
But then again, the original
Oh.
cell was not made to hold bodies on top of it. Wow, he
Oh, he got
destroyed the
too hype.
lay.
He got too hype. He destroyed the lay.
Yeah. So
And
that
Roman
was what
Reigns
happens
comes
when you...
out, he's just like, I am you just embarrassed our like sacred thing.
Could you imagine the conversation back in 1997 between the engineers? So we just need to build like a big fence box? Sure. You think anybody's ever going to stay on this thing? Pfft, why?
Yeah.
Just put the usual connections we put up for like schools and stuff, right? Okay.
Didn't they just use cable ties in the
No, they
early
just
90s?
use standard like chain link fence connectors like you would find in any panels held up by the posts of a chain link fence. They had no idea anyone was going to climb on top of it. No one even discussed it before the match. You know, it's just when it happened, the entire WWE or WWF at the time just watched Foley scramble his way on up. It wasn't in anybody's plans.
I like that gold gauntlet he has.
That's the Infinity Gauntlet.
Well, it's not a very good Doomfist cosplay, but at least he's trying.
Dude, Roman's like Naruto. He's
Is-
supposed
is
to be
the Doom
respected by his
OnlyFans
village
account?
or his family.
You guys hear me?
That was really close.
Yeah. Do you mean the pyro or do you mean Paul Heyman? Because he's like right off his shoulder.
He's
Paul-
just
he-
trying to
like,
smell what the
he
Roman's
is
cooking.
legitimately smelling what Roman had for lunch.
He's just so close up to his face.
It's like
It's not love until I can stuff his head beneath the covers and he can smell what I had for breakfast.
Yeah, man, bacon and legs.
It's like find you someone who looks at you the way Paul Heyman looks at Roman Reigns.
It's not the way he looks at Roman, it's the way he looks at the title.
He just wants Senpai to notice him.
And Roman hasn't noticed him this whole
Yeah.
feud.
I mean, there is kind of a weird intimacy there. Paul's never stood this close to Lesnar.
I feel like they're buying time right now because it's like I don't think the lay was supposed to explode. They're like, oh, now we gotta get a broom out here.
Oh, I got an interesting story about Paul Heyman's mom, but I'll go ahead and tell you after the pay-per-view because it's hilarious.
Yeah, Paul Heyman, your mama's so fat.
She gave birth to you.
And she was
Oh,
still
God.
fat.
Oh, Babushka.
Sorry,
just
do
Scott
not throw
Steiner
softballs
somewhere.
at me and expect me not to hit them homers. Come on, dude.
Oh, like I said, just Scott Steiner somewhere screaming in a Shoney's.
Okay, that's super interesting. Why do you smell like bologna all the time?
Why does he whisper
He
Roman
works
Reigns?
as
Like
such a good heater for talent. But speaking about heaters, why does AJ Styles have the big ninja?
Oh my god. To make everyone assume that he's 5'2".
oh man, he's praying to the ancient Hawaiians.
I mean, now that they've taken his mask off, that bodyguard can now be called the Leaning Tower of Whoop Ass.
Oh, hey, how's it going, kid? I mean,
Some people say this is like the sexiest match on the card. Not my words.
Oh no, now that you've taken it back.
I mean, we haven't even gotten to Ms. Otis yet.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
No.
Silence.
There is
Cut
no.
Randy Orton out of the Randy Orton Drew McIntyre. Yeah, just leave Drew.
Look, guys, there
The
can be no sexy match in this entire pay-per-view because the nature of the cage means we cannot have a 2-foot ladder anywhere in it.
Oh no tiny ladder.
That guy's like, why am I here?
Okay. Legitimately, when they unveiled the Universal / that whole title design, I hate it. I still hate it.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
everyone hates it. Like
Yeah.
when they pulled it out, they had Mick Foley unveil it because they didn't. It's like, oh, you can't boo Mick Foley, and then they booed Mick Foley.
Like
Right.
the 24-hour title plate looks a whole hell of a lot better than their main title.
Well, I mean, the 24/7 belt has more personality. All the lead titles, all the WWE chevrons are so lazy as a design concept. It's impossible for me to find something to like about it.
I mean, bring back, if you're gonna do it, bring back the Winged Eagle.
The what?
The winged eagle, the giant eagle. Hell,
I
I
thought you
love.
said the wing diggle.
No.
No.
I even loved the. I loved the undisputed title, man. That was big. It was bold.
Or just bring back Big Gold.
Yeah, heavyweight. The Batista belt.
The Beltista.
I mean, my favorite's the Attitude Era heavyweight. That thing was huge.
Yeah, that thing was massive. And then we got the Brahma Bull design and then the Smoking Skull design out of that.
Well, we got the Smoking Skull. The Brahma Bull was cast, but it was never actually used on TV. It just never made it out there for some strange reason. And then everything was transformed when the undisputed title came around, and then everything was left behind when the spinner belts came. And I think the spinner belts just kind of marked a really dark period in belt design.
Well, spinner wasn't bad. It's the fact that it was there for 7 years.
It was funny when John Cena was doing his white rapper routine, but as soon as he left that behind, I was questioning why they still had this ugly, gaudy thing.
Because he didn't lose.
Or he
That's
kept
a
winning.
weird- that's
He
why
kept
it's
winning
so
like 2 weeks after he lost. But after the spinner was when we got the ugly chevron, so it hasn't improved.
Do you think we'll see Jay say I quit, or do you think his brother's gonna do it for him again?
Oh, we're gonna have some twin Matt. I think Jimmy's already under the ring.
Yeah. Although, how long has it been since we've seen Roman Reigns, wrestle? He's actually wrestling in this one so far.
He's proven his heel turn has led him to learn new things.
The 6th move of doom.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the 6th move is a very shitty Hurricane Rana.
No, it's a kick out to the crotch.
Damn.
I do like the pace Roman is holding here, man. He is spending a lot of time with character and intimidation.
Well, he has, again, it's classic Undertaker? Slow, methodical pace.
At this point, I almost call it classic Andre the Giant. He's just... He's really just showing the size advantage he has over nearly everybody he could possibly face.
Oh, ooh. Are we going to see a cash-in tonight?
There is that possibility.
Yeah, Otis is gonna cash it in right now so he can cock block the Miz.
That's what Daniel was joking about in the pre-show. He said that Otis would cash in on the first match, win the title, therefore his match cannot happen.
It's like, so what does our match become? You qualify for Money in the Bank next May.
A singles match.
Welcome to
Prove
Survivor
yourself, man.
Series.
A little shimmy before that.
That was not a very good Dusty Rhodes punch.
Hold on. State of your slap, sir.
Yeah, that was a very gold dusty slap.
No. A Gold Dust slap has some stank on it.
Yeah, that
that
was
had
more
nothing.
Stardusty.
Yeah. Oh, Michael Cole just quit.
So we are getting a good idea of the dimensions of the cell thanks to this last exchange.
Yeah, about a good like 5 or 4 feet of space between the ring and the
And
cage.
it's the fact that Roman is selling this offense.
Yeah. Damn it, that's my personal hand. Go where? There's a wall in the way. I can't go anywhere.
Spear up through it.
I'm pretty sure that's going to be a thing.
That's why I'm disappointed Keith Lee isn't on this card. I want to see him explode the walls of this thing.
We're gonna have to wait for a crowd for that one. That way it would just fall on, and then we get plenty of lawsuits.
I don't know. I mean, this would be the perfect time to do it. If he blows out that wall and knocks over monitors, that's going to be a hell of a visual.
He's taking
Oh,
the
yeah.
sleeves off.
Oh, God.
So
The
is it
sleeve has
dangerous?
come off.
Yeah, is it dangerous when the Samoan man starts leaving the white things behind? But
damn. Where's Ron Simmons? Where's Ron Simmons?
He's a bailiff at the People's Court.
Oh!
That was a
Good
weak
grammar, you.
spear, but it still had impact.
It's that float that was important. It's a good
Yeah.
TV spear. That's the funny thing about spears, though. I mean, they're very showy. It doesn't take much to screw it up and really hit somebody's abdomen. I'm kind of impressed with the control.
Roman's a little bit more bulky than Edge, so
Yeah.
it has a little bit more of an impact.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why a lot of people don't have stories where they pissed off Roman Reigns mid-match, because if he hits that spear after being angry, oh dear God.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's played for Georgia Tech.
Yeah, you don't
He's
want to
gonna
give
hurt you.
you don't want to give somebody that large an excuse to hand you receipts.
Well, didn't the monster among men accidentally hit Brock Lesnar in the face?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then Brock gave him the receipt of a lifetime, and then they
Yeah.
laughed about it backstage.
They did laugh about it backstage, just like, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
the best receipts I ever saw was in the middle of a Royal Rumble. The Road Dogg pissed off Kane.
Oh no.
I remember you telling this story.
Yeah.
Kane went berserk.
Not berserk, but it was kind of creepy. Oh wait, let's see where this exchange goes.
Are we going through the cage? Oh, okay.
Nope.
Ooh.
Ooh, hit
So
him
I
with
don't-
the Infinity Gauntlet.
I don't remember the precise year of it, but the Road Dogg had Kane in the corner in the middle of a Rumble, and you can see him like working him over in the corner with punches. And in the midst of it all, you hear this smacking sound because the Road Dogg accidentally hit Kane in the face. Thankfully, he had that mask on, but Kane's head whipped around, and there was that moment where you could see the whole kayfabe was broken and something was said. So the Road Dogg event, things go back to normal. The Road Dogg whips Kane to the opposite corner, guns in with a shoulder, starts hitting him. Then again, you hear this smack sound, and without warning, Glenn Jacobs just reaches back with that ham fist, and pow, the Road Dogg goes down to the ground. And not long after that, Kane picks him up. You can see he says something else, but because of the mask, you don't see it. Suddenly, the Road Dogg's working over Kane in the corner like it never happened.
Damn.
To this day, I would give money to find out what exactly he said.
Well, I mean, it's good that you said you'd want to give money because he's a politician.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not in Ohio. That would technically be a bribe.
It's not Ohio. Knox County, Tennessee.
Oh, worse.
I haven't seen a microphone spot yet. Usually they have a microphone to be like, what do you say?
You know, if this was a crowd show, I'd say that would be highly necessary, but given how well you can hear the audio without the crowds, I don't think they need them.
That's true. Oh, he's gonna do the super spear!
Ooh, nope!
Ooh, no rebound spear.
He got a super deviated septum out of that.
Are we gonna get to see the
We're gonna get news.
the Rey Mysterio battered sausage?
The what?
What?
It's what Kaza calls Rey Mysterio's declining ability as far as a splash.
Hey.
Which is fair. You can almost see the degeneration of Rey Mysterio's knees. I mean, he went from a frog splash to this thing where he just kind of grabs his ankles and hopes he doesn't kill himself.
He just falls on him. With a
Yeah.
stick.
So we're going again.
Ooh, that was a little
Ooh.
high. That was
Yeah.
a little high.
Yeah, that was nearly really personal between a couple cousins.
Or typical in Alabama.
Technically, it'd be really typical in New York if you know Rudy Giuliani's history. Did he just order dinner?
You have
The head
two
of the
number,
table
two
never
number
quits.
fives.
Lucky there wasn't an eye in there.
Number 9 large.
Number 6
Number
with
6
extra
with
dip.
extra dip.
I'll have a Whopper and a Crunch Wrap and a pepperoni
Wait at
pizza.
Thanksgiving where somebody just keeps adding food to his plate and just says, "Are you gonna keep eating. The table never quits. And he's like lost all his 6-pack and just a hole in his stomach.
So it's
The
like-
table never quits. He's crying. And
Oh.
Rikishi keeps feeding him food for like earlier in this
This is
year.
Did he? Ooh! Are we going to the woodshed today?
It's a weird color. Looks like
it's a
tortillas.
moving strap.
That's a very odd color for a leather strap.
It's a pretty natural color for leather, though.
I guess,
Mhm.
but
Please don't. Please don't. That's my meal ticket. It's the
Without
only
him, I
reason
can't-
I'm for the company.
Without him, I can't afford my 4th chin.
Damn, that's rude.
Rude but true.
For someone who's also fluffy, don't make fun of other fluffy people. He works hard.
I'm sorry. What impression did I ever give you that I'm a svelte individual?
You be nice.
Any more of that spray on tan, Paul, you'd be orange. Okay, you're starting to reach Pete Dunne levels.
oh god,
What the
just counter everything with a
Ah.
He
spear.
was charging up his meter. That's why he was taking those hits.
The sad part is, while you guys were talking, I was listening to the crowd sound, trying to figure out, why does this sound so familiar and real? Oh, they must have loaded up WWE 2K19 for the crowd effect. Nice, nice.
Damn.
They've been doing that recently, and it's actually good ambience.
We got all tied up now.
No,
No.
nose.
No.
My name's Jimmy.
I've been down since that first punch.
Uh-oh.
Let me show you what I did on the set of The Fast and the Furious.
I accidentally knock out that camera guy.
And Jason Statham.
Please don't throw that and like hang him.
I saw it. I saw his soul escape on camera.
Yeah, you say you do the whipping around here, but let Haku get a hold of you. Let's see what happens.
The dirty secret on why Kairi Sane disappeared.
It's 50 Shades of Red tonight.
Yeah.
50 Shades of Reigns.
50
Market it.
I don't know with a cover if the cover looked like this.
That'd be a hell of a shirt, too.
Yep.
Ooh, about 48 more.
Oh,
Are we gonna
turn him up with letter
We gonna tie him to each other or to the ropes?
to the ref.
All of a sudden, I'm thinking back to Tango and Cash and Robert Zadar. Come on, doggy! Let's go for a walk!
Oh, it's the strap they use in the strap.
Oh,
Ooh, cross the abs! Oh, dude!
they are making each other look like $1 million.
You know, this pandemic era version of Weight Watchers is a bit more extreme than I was expecting.
You gotta whip yourself into shape.
To maintain that 6 feet apart. They
I
use that
hate
as
to
a
say it,
measurement.
but we've gotten some really good matches this year.
Oh, absolutely.
Why? Why, Kazo? Why are you disappointed in being entertained? This is a bizarre
No,
opinion to have.
No, I'm saying some booking has been like really shite, and some booking has been really good. Case in point, this is one of the moments where the booking is really good.
Alright. Kaz likes when men whip each other.
Hey,
Big, oily, sweaty.
Oh, dude!
tattooed-
big
Jay
titted man
Uso,
slapping meat.
look at Jay Uso cosplaying Captain America.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
I thought he was cosplaying Spider-Man.
Is Jay Uso going to be cast as the new Moon Knight?
I mean, Roman Reigns is obviously Thanos with that gauntlet.
Perfectly balanced.
You know, he can't say I quit if you kick every last brain cell out of his head. Whoop! Dude, he whiffed like LA whiffed last night.
Damn.
Does Jay Uso have to choke Dave?
Dude!
What is this tying?
He's missing so bad.
What the frick, man?
What's going
State-
on?
It's Halloween mummy.
Is that what it is? I assume this is some new Brazilian haircut fad.
The safe word is tribal chief.
The safe word is I quit.
Okay, that's a bit high on the neck. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, it's double looped. Okay.
yeah, Daniel Bryan got suspended for this.
Yes, he did.
If I
Is it
kill
Justin
him,
Roberts?
does that count? No, he didn't say I quit.
Yeah, it's not a submission match. Whoa!
He's alive.
Oh, got kind of
He's
passed out
alive!
there for a bit.
Wasn't it Justin Roberts' tie?
Yes,
I
it
don't-
was.
I'm still trying to figure out when Scotty flipped the emergency power on the Enterprise here.
Again, Roman hit resilience. It's okay.
Oh god, he's turning Brock Lesnar purple.
Oh no!
He's the tribal chief.
Remember, last year we established you can get DQ'd in one of these matches.
Sadly, being there in
Did you say I
person,
quit?
being there in person for that was crazy.
Are you and Gary there for that?
They were.
Yeah, SPW got tickets for free.
Oh,
Mario's client was EMT for that pay-per-view.
That was the best part of the pay-per-view.
Yeah, we were marking out when as soon as we saw him, we saw that, and I'm just like, oh my god, it's Patrick! How's it going, Patrick?
That's my client. That's
Yeah.
my client.
We were super pissed for the match. Where it was like, oh, that makes it better. It went
Well,
from
at least a
zero
quality
star-
wrestler showed up. At least a quality wrestler showed up for the match, so it's fine.
went from a 0-star match
Okay,
to a 1-star.
what
match.
are you doing with the chair, sir?
Stop for him a seat.
Yeah, he's got to sit down and breathe. I mean, he's had a hard day.
I mean, he's taking several whippings right now, several spears.
Had a couple of dates with Bill Cosby.
That joke fell flat.
Oh,
Oh,
dude, Roman's turning into a counter puncher. Uh-oh, what's this? The standing guillotine.
oh!
Whoa! What a leg lock.
All right, that's cool. That's cool.
Okay, first of all, props to Jey Uso. That is a lot of beef to carry. Secondly, jeepers, when did Roman learn this?
This was 2 weeks ago on SmackDown when he fought Braun Strowman. He showed that he now has a knockout submission in his repertoire. He choked out Strowman.
Call me the
Jeez.
tribal chief.
Call me the tribal chief. You're tribal chief. Now say I quit. You just did. No!
At this point, Roman Reigns is looking to be cast as Khal Drogo in the prequel.
I'm Aquaman's twin brother. I do the stunts.
Oh, he's wearing his silicone wedding ring.
Who, Jay or Roman?
Ooh,
I think he's unconscious, ref.
He's-
That's it.
that's just like Mario Yamazaki asking a deaf guy, "Are you okay?"
If he starts swearing at him, Samoan, this whole match will have been worth it.
Goku, I'm sorry, Roman.
Wake up, Booth.
Yamcha him.
I just had to say I hate you.
say the words, Jay. Call me Daddy.
Where's brother love? I love.
Bruce
he's-
Richard is in the back. Don't you start with him.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure he's outside the ring. He just changed his suit and shaved his head. Spoken like a true psychopath. You keep this up, I will not be responsible for the damage I do. It's like WWE is showing the roadmap of poisonous relationships.
Who's oh
Roman, come full demon.
Kali, forgive me. I'm about to sacrifice a fool.
Lord, forgive me.
Oh, Punjabi play is happy.
Third match will be in the Punjabi prison.
Wow, that's a hell of an expression Roman's got. You can see the empathy draining from his eyes.
Paul is like,
Oh, he's talking to Paul. Okay. I wasn't sure if he was zoning out to his imaginary friend or something.
I was like, what the fuck did I sign up for?
Like, who are you talking
Little
to? The wrestler
Jimmy.
there?
Little
Jimmy!
Jimmy.
Right on top of little Jimmy's body.
Rest in peace to little Jimmy. And
Rest
the
in
third
peace, little Jimmy.
cameraman.
The child died.
Oh, what are we doing here?
What are we?
Are
What
we
is
setting
this
up for a
spot?
big guillotine drop?
He pulls out an axe.
Mr. Reigns, I don't feel so
Ooh.
good.
Oh, he's looking for
Oh,
that
no.
shotgun pump kick.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dude. Normally that's an impressive feat, but Roman's so tall his hips are already basically on the apron.
He's dead, sir.
I say I can smell purple.
Dead people can't talk, ref.
Number
Hey,
2
music.
tastes great.
I see music.
Jay's trying really hard to wake up from this bad dream he's having. Selfish?
Really?
Here's if you were a Jay situation, this is how you would pull out a gun.
What
It's
is
an anything
Rikishi,
goes match. Pull out a gun.
what
Roman
is
will quit
Rikishi's
right then and
opinion
there.
about this?
No, because
was
Roman
gonna-
has one of Wonder Woman's bracelets, so he'll just block it.
I'm gonna say, like, at some point, like, who's gonna come out of nowhere and just like give? Roman,
Oh, no, he's going to do it again.
I'm gonna tag Rikishi in a tweet. It's like, you're seeing this? Your son's kind of.
He's
He's
kinda-
getting murdered right now.
You
But-
deadbeat dad, where are you?
It's gonna be a
Your
really
son is
awkward
getting
Thanksgiving
murdered
at
by
the
your
Hanoi
nephew.
residence.
Like live on the WWE network. Hey, at the real Rikishi. You should be
At this rate, Daniel, the Hanoi residence is going to have a memoriam during Thanksgiving.
Oh, ooh.
Ooh.
Is it Jimmy or Jay who's married to Naomi?
Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's
Oh,
Jimmy.
okay.
Yeah. It's not because I watch Total Divas or anything.
Tag Tamatanga.
Just admit you enjoyed the Gotham TV show, Jay.
I'm having brain problems.
So my fault.
It's not my fault. Jesus,
God damn.
dude. It's going to turn to a crime if Roman doesn't start coming on Hannibal
he has
Lecter
not
mask.
said it. You have to obey the rules. Wait till somebody says it.
Oh, he's trying to call off the match, and Roman won't let him do it until Jay actually says he quits. Oh, yeah!
No, Brian! Oh my God! Why did you throw Brian like that, you animal?
And the backup ref. What the fuck did I just tell you?
I just came in to find out what you did to this guy. You can go ahead and have that one. The door's open now. There is now room for Jimmy to come running in.
Oh shit.
Or Adam Pearce in a whole bunch of suits. Is that Justin Roberts? No, there's too much hair on his head. I'm sorry, I saw the ugly suit, and I thought for a second he had actually,
That's Jamie Noble,
groomed.
though.
The rules.
You can't have two back-to-back Hell in a Cell matches with screwy finishes.
I like the thing.
Oh yeah. What the hell?
Oh my god.
Might as well close this
door.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That was a badass ball followed by a whoops.
Whoa!
Might as well close this. Nobody's going anywhere. Yeah. There ain't no lock on that door. They can get out, sir.
Man, Roman Reigns nearly lost this by self-knockout. I'm looking at him. He's still ugly. Come on, man.
Again, I'm loving that. I'm loving just the smack talk with no crowd there.
Yeah, this is the best Roman Reigns has ever been, which is great.
Which makes me even angrier that John Cena would not do a heel turn. He could have had this.
Well, I thought it was McMahon who said, "You make too much money selling merch. Don't do it."
The two of them agreed. Neither of them would do it. He could have been the ultimate heel if he turned, but no.
You could argue how about it.
It's like, do wrestlers forget that when you go heel, eventually you can go face?
John Cena didn't get the message.
I guess not.
Steve Austin did it. Punk did it like 4 times in 3 years.
Yep.
And then the Big Show does it every like 3 hours.
Right.
Every 15 minutes.
He's going to come out tonight and be a heel.
He's
Then
gonna
after the
attack
match,
Drew
he'll be
and
a
then he'll
face.
attack Randy.
And then he'll be a face again. It'll work out.
And Hurt Business does that every night now.
Right.
What are we doing? Gut punch?
Kick him in the dick.
There he is.
I love you,
No.
Father.
No.
I love you. It's the ending of Pocahontas.
Rikishi's music needs to
Father,
hit right
I
now.
love John Smith. Don't crush him.
Now I must kill you both.
Who the hell is that?
I've been dead for 20 minutes.
I feel like
Oh.
Jimmy's gonna get hurt, then Jay's gonna quit just so he won't hurt Jimmy.
I would almost laugh myself stupid if Jay woke up and was so scrambled, like, oh wow, I didn't know I had a sister.
I'm
Sister.
seeing double.
Sister!
They're gonna do the Boston Brothers switcheroo when there's no referee or referee. Just, yeah. He's gonna just say,
It's such
Please
a
don't
total
face
shift.
turn
This
right now.
one match versus like the rest
Are
of the
we?
card.
What is happening?
He's crying.
He found out he missed Sabu's digital meet and greet.
Wow, in one match, Roman Reigns is showing more emotional resonance than The Miz has in 10 films.
That's it. He's going to be in
How the hell is this a curtain
Roman
jerker?
Reigns.
Why is this the first match?
Why is it? Why? How come I get the feeling that another Uso is gonna get?
Well, they're going to get
Beat
matching
down.
scars. I'm absolutely certain of this. This cannot
Gonna
end
get
like
got.
this. This cannot end like this. This cannot end with a mega happy finish.
No, there's no way.
Unless
Come
the
on,
other brother
Rikishi.
turns, unless
Come
the
on,
other brother
Rikishi.
turns heel.
What?
The match is still going on, technically.
Oh!
There we go!
Yeah, there we go.
it's that
There we go.
The referees are not
The
doing
referees
anything.
are jumping up and down.
Jay, mistakes were made! Get me out of this!
Well,
This
you're
is this is the only way he'll. Oh, this is how he's gonna get him to say the words.
Let go of me! You got yourself into this, get off of me!
Oh, this is a great finish if this is what caused him to say it.
He said it!
Damn!
He said it! He's quitting.
I swear he just said, "I quit, Joe."
Well, that is Roman Reigns' first name.
Joe
Joe
Reigns.
and Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
he's the Samoan guy.
Oh, that.
Wow.
Wow!
He played him. Played him. Like a fiddle.
Now he's just looking up, get off my island.
He looks like he's getting ready to wrestle down a gazelle and rip its neck out with his new teeth.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Roman hungry.
we have Scar from Lion King.
Honestly, if this was a Broadway play, you could probably play Scar.
As an opener, decent.
Okay,
Decent.
Kaza.
Decent.
Okay, Kaza.
Wow.
Mr. 7 stars over here.
Hey.
There wasn't
I'm
enough
not
whipping of leather.
Meltzer, okay? I'm not gonna look at every New Japan match and be like, oh, 5 stars, 5 stars, oh.
Oh, it's only decent because this match didn't take place in the Tokyo Dome.
It took place in the Thunderdome.
In the Thunderdome, yeah. It was at the wrong dome.
Damn it, Roman
the
makes that
only
belt
reason
look
I
like an
say-
absolute
The
toy.
only reason I say it's decent, because if it took place in front of a crowd, the crowd would be shitting on it.
The crowd's right there, dude. That guy's
No, I'm talking
coming
about
down
a
to you right
live crowd, especially that last 5 minutes. The crowd would have turned dead.
I love y'all. It really shows. You know, I love you the same way a girlfriend who's been beaten up for 6 months will not leave her boyfriend. This is wonderful.
See you in 3
Again,
weeks of
because she
Thanksgiving.
keeps forgetting that she has CDs in the car. Paul, stop it. Just stop it. You know what? Get away from Roman Reigns. We don't need you anymore.
Paul looks like he's in absolute awe and fear of this thing he's working. Hello.
Oh, sure, it's the family!
Oh no!
It's the Samoan SWAT team.
Where's
Wait, are those?
Rikishi?
It's the Wild Samoans!
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
One of them is the father of Jimmy and Jay.
No. Rikishi's the father
Yeah.
of Jimmy and Jay.
Wait, oh, what?
That's
Oh!
Roman's dad.
Beat it down.
No, you don't understand. We just saw a coronation.
Oh, no.
Meet
this
the
is
head of the
right here.
family.
There it is.
Oh shit!
Where's Rikishi and all this?
Rikishi's backstage. He had his own separate lays to give out if they want.
Oh, I'm sure
No,
Rikishi.
Keith is just looking on like, oh yeah, I'll
I'm-
get you later, boy.
Are you kidding? I'm sure Rikishi's sitting there trying to revive Nox Pro in this era where wrestling can't continue, going, why the frick did nobody call me?
Oh,
his,
gee,
his
couldn't
father passed
possibly be the
away.
fact
Feels like
that
the
walk out on
pay-per-view just
booking.
ended.
That's why they didn't want to have this match go last, because people are going to be like, that was the worst finish ever.
Again, that's why I said for
Wow.
Just keep adding to Roman's jetpack of heel work. It's great.
I almost feel like this just sets up a segment on SmackDown where the Usos find out they've been entirely disowned.
Can't read into
Rikishi
that,
just comes in.
honestly.
I don't want any part of you boys anymore.
It's like, you are the family, and you not come to Thanksgiving this year.
No, they just
I didn't know
Rhodes-
Dusty Rhodes could kick them out of the Samoan family.
I did. Just Dusty Rhodes just comes up out of the grave. Now listen here, boys. You can't be part of this here family anymore.
Okay, so we're getting the WWE shop ad. What special sale do they have for the show this week?
More
Buy
titles
one,
and
get another.
shirts.
Uso
50%
shirt,
off
50% off.
Uso shirts on clearance.
Damn.
Up to 50% off some titles and a boho sale.
Man, I want to get a belt one of these days. I gotta take advantage of that deal someday.
I got 5.
Wow.
I have
What do you-
2, but they're worse.
I actually wore 2 of them, or I had them both hands one year.
Both of what?
For titles. Remember at
Oh god,
LA.
The Miz and
Oh,
Otis
yeah.
are following that.
No, it's just a commercial.
No, I have a pair of like the first brand split SmackDown tag titles. I have the ECW Silver Phoenix. I have the NXT Heavyweight. And I have the WWF Attitude Belt.
Yeah, that's pretty sick, man. I just want one, and hopefully I'll get that put on my wall.
Like I have the plastic replica of Big Gold, but I really want Big Gold.
I have the $20 toy WWE John Cena spinner.
Jimmy's like, Jay, I made a huge mistake.
You're probably wondering how I got here.
So this is the end of my story.
Well, you were right, Daniel. We did have Twin Magic in this match, but the Twin Magic was on the part of Roman Reigns. He got to pick which one of them he was going to kill.
Damn.
When his armpit smells, what does Paul Heyman see in this man?
It's amazing. Paul Heyman has spent like 4 years trying to rebuild Brock Lesnar into a monster, and Roman Reigns has done it himself in about 6 months.
It's been less than that. It's been 2.
Yep.
Joe's sitting there trying to contain himself while he watches someone get mercilessly choked out for the 5th time.
They made it like as Jimmy wasn't a wrestler.
Is he crying?
Who?
It looks like Joe's crying. That was so beautiful. Never has some man come so close to death in a guillotine before.
Joe was just loving it.
He was so moved by the submission by Roman.
What do you think the next match is? It's
Otis.
gotta be Otis and Miz, right?
I would guess
Okay.
Elias.
Elias.
Yeah, I would guess Elias and Jeff. The cage is gone, so it's only one of 2 things. Or wait, is it gone?
It's behind the screens.
Oh yeah, okay. So, hello?
Hi.
Hello, pay-per-view.
Music?
There we go.
There we go, okay.
Let's take cue music.
Hello, Elias. I'm Daniel.
God, there are so many weebs that would want that Sakura shirt he's wearing.
Oh, too many. And
I think Elias is a secret weeb.
I would think so.
He's like, I like Sword Art Online.
Oh, look,
Oh,
it may be way more basic than that. Maybe he just really liked to smell of cherry blossoms.
Call him Elias Senpai.
He strikes me as the kind of guy that would have a special exfoliating conditioner for his beard.
He was just for men.
Are we getting a concert? They're not here.
Mute your
They're
Zoom
not here.
meeting.
Mute your Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
He pushes one button and the Thunderdome goes completely silent. See a bunch of the microphones with the X on it.
Is that Nikki Bella? Oh, never mind.
Oh, she just tuned in to watch John Cena get unmade again.
Well, Elias, I invited you to my home, not for you to call me out like this.
it's like, how many Music Men gimmicks are we gonna get in wrestling that just don't get over?
He gets over.
Oh, he gets way over.
yeah. Oh,
He wasn't-
Old Seattle that one time. It got
Oh
booed.
god, that was
Oh
so
yeah, him and
good.
Kevin Owens just sitting and
That
they're
was
just like,
great.
wow, we really hit a nerve.
He was a tremendous face before his injury just after WrestleMania, too.
Yeah.
He got killed by Baron Corbin a la Lion King.
Yeah.
And you know, he got run over by Jeff Hardy. That's fucked
Yeah, he
up.
got run over by a car and then Jeff Hardy's just like, I didn't do it.
Do I look like I have red hair?
Do I look like I have red hair this week?
No, but to be fair, you do look like somebody who's had multiple DUIs in the past.
Well, and they did confirm that he did have alcohol in his system and alcohol in his car when he got hit by a car.
I hope Elias brought handcuffs. You know, Jeff Hardy's biggest weakness is handcuffs.
Or
Yeah.
screwdriver, Hell in a Cell.
Oh, God.
that are attached to the handcuff.
A screwdriver in a handcuff, his ultimate nemesis. Jeff looks like he's having a seizure under that makeup.
He might.
Yeah, I know. It's not like you could really tell a difference.
With the cocktail of drugs that have been in his body, I'm pretty sure something's wrong.
I've noticed it in his promos before he puts on makeup. Jeff has a little trouble with emoting. His face really only has one expression.
Botox.
I was going to say meth, but okay.
Wow!
Wow.
No, not meth. Not meth. He's a pill head. I know what meth heads look like.
Okay, fine. Oxy.
There
Whatever.
we go. He has more teeth than a meth head. Elias is looking jacked.
Is there actually an album coming out, or is that just storyline BS?
No, that's a legit thing.
Okay.
Available on iTunes tomorrow.
All right, nifty. 10 songs about how much he hates the name Jeff.
Jillian Hall had a Christmas album on iTunes.
#1 in the UK during that year.
That's right.
Just shows how little there is to do in the UK.
You know you want me.
Remember when Boogeyman ate her thing?
Ow. Yes. The growth on
time.
her face.
Good time.
I think somebody's wearing like a replica Attitude belt back there. You see it?
There's a lot of screens. Be more specific.
When they're on the wide view, it's in the lower right-hand side.
Getting more and more screens as of late. Guys,
I said that, but no one agreed with me.
Somewhat live crowd.
It looks like the same amount of monitors to me.
Oh, yes. I don't think they increased it.
I wonder if in the control center this just looks like one giant Zoom meeting.
Unless they quarter sized them.
There he is, black shirt, fist up.
Attitude belt.
Wait, you see someone in the Thunderdome?
He's not physically in the Thunderdome. He's on one of the monitors, but somebody seems to have an Attitude Era heavyweight title on his shoulder.
One of the cameramen has it.
He's like, I'm the champion.
I'm the chief.
You sure are, Eli.
I'm the tribal chief now.
It's a commemorative belt they gave him after his 6 knockouts since the pandemic started.
Like, please don't sue us.
Now, you could file a work comp claim, or you could have this $300 trinket.
I take the toy.
Awesome.
No, not into the digital crowd live from Zoom. Oh, okay.
Sponsored by Dr. Pepper.
Dr.
No,
Pepper.
it's Skittles.
Delicious,
Fruity.
fruity, delicious, fruity, delicious. Skittles.
All right, JR, calm down.
That's why AEW needs to get that Skittles sponsorship.
Oi!
Oh my God, they're so fruity.
Are we talking about Glamorous and Fabulous? What happened?
Hey. If the high heel fits.
Damn.
Didn't know they made those in a size 16, but okay.
Hey,
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
custom made, baby.
No, you can just go to Hustler.
Shut your face. Custom made, baby.
Doesn't want us to know he shops at Goodwill Hustler.
Hey, coupons are important in this lifestyle that I live.
That's true. That's true. Money.
I lost one of my jobs, thanks. R.I.P. indie wrestling.
You know, the Charismatic Enigma is a terrible nickname for Jeff Hardy because those two words don't go together. Charismatic Enigma. How do you know if he's charismatic if he's such a damn enigma?
That's why he's charismatic. He's so
It's better-
mysterious that he
It's
just
better
exudes
than the
charisma.
rainbow-haired warrior.
I like the rainbow-haired warrior more.
Yeah, I think I'd rather be the rainbow-haired warrior. That actually is something you can visualize. Charismatic Enigma makes it look... It sounds like a Rubik's Cube with a cape.
Not all heroes wear capes.
So how long?
Yeah, I
till,
know. They get sucked into airplane engines when they wear them, yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
So how long till we get to see Willow?
Oh, well, they just signed the contracts for it in the last few weeks, so probably about a year.
Oh.
Yeah.
He should wear an apron and be called Chef Hardy.
For those of you who did not get that reference,
Boo this man.
Are you kidding? I think he just created the next left-handed wrestling superstar. Could you imagine just walking around with an apron, your face painted up, you're getting ready to jump off your butcher block into your dog dish?
Yeah, I'm about to preheat this whoop ass on you in a bit. Ooh,
My lasagna's even runnier than Chef Boyardee.
why does he always hit me in the nuts?
1, 2.
I swear I thought I just saw Hideo Kojima in the Thunderdome.
Kojima just secretly taking notes.
Maybe this is the new
There,
game.
like
He's...
in the front row on the left side.
Well, they
You know,
sell those masks, so...
To be fair, though, I mean, Kojima did announce he was working on a new game. Maybe he's a wrestling fan.
WWE 2K22.
No, Chef Hardy will be in
Whoa!
Ooh, that was beautiful.
Was it? That seemed kind of sloppy to me.
Sometimes ugly things can be pretty, Jeremy.
See,
I know you hear that a lot.
You shut your
Wow.
ugly, disgusting, mushroom-filled mouth.
Oh!
Look, shrooms are not the only thing in my mouth. Peaches are very sweet, I'll let you know.
You are a junkie, too.
I thought that was Jeff Jarrett.
Ah,
That's slap nuts to you, buddy.
No,
Jeremy has a J in it.
That's
It's
Dixie
all the
Carter.
same.
uh-oh.
Yeah, that kick was so hard.
Oh, that kick was so hard. Oh, there's a Nikki Bella and a small child with the belt. Here we go. That's a big old demon on his back. So I guess I'll go this way.
What?
Excuse me.
Where are you going?
Excuse
Let's go
me.
to the least pop. Let's go to.
It's like, well, this is awkward. I got up for nothing.
Thank you, Jeff, for not killing
Boo.
yourself. Thank you for not being your brother.
That was an accident. Oh, he tried with the hand.
Oh.
Jeff Jarrett's like, what the fuck, man? I can tell.
Yeah,
never
who's the
drew a dime.
face? Who's the heel?
No, he didn't say I quit. Call me the tribal chief, Elias.
Call me the charismatic enigma.
And say you like it.
I come back and see Elias with a crushed guitar. I assume Jeff Jarrett was here.
Brother Nero, I knew you'd come.
Oh, come on, dude!
Remember, I'm the face.
Jeff has been acting like an absolute jackass this entire show. So wait, did Elias get the finish?
He went for that. Jeff grabs the guitar and hits him and DQs himself.
I see. Okay, yeah, Jeff has been going total heel for
No,
this.
state of your selling, sir.
Yeah, backfired all the way to the bank.
I like how Elias' music is so flaky. Alright, let's continue commentary.
Like, he's selling it like death.
There's a man dying in front of us. Anyway, let's talk about Skittles.
Yes, let's.
Oh, here we go. Hopefully, El Toro
Technically,
Grande will.
Law notice.
yeah.
The emotional distress is because the Miz walked in on a naked Otis in the shower.
Mysterio's an eyewitness.
I get it.
He always has an eye out for the situation.
That would have been very important testimony if they added the subtitles.
I think she said something about Otis being pregnant.
With a ham sandwich.
Yes, of course.
Scrambling this past Friday to try to put this together.
Damn.
Really,
señor
Tucky?
Take.
You're gonna be like Nails. You're gonna be like Nails. Do you hate it? Do you have a grudge against Vince McMahon? No. Do you hate Vince McMahon? Yes.
You're fired.
Long looking in the back like, I'm getting ready to set up a tag match, player.
Didn't Teddy Long look like he was getting ready to whip somebody?
Okay.
Please tell me we're still talking about the contract. I don't need to hear about your skin conditions.
Sharing is caring.
Miz wants to beat.
Look, Donovan, the only caress I want to give Otis is a bar of caress soap, okay?
So you want to shower with him? I see. I see.
No,
Okay.
separate showers. If there was to be a marriage, it would be separate showers, separate rooms, separate houses.
Tonight you go one-on-one with Otis in hell in the shower.
He turns
How do
the
I
heat all the
win?
way up.
That is a match his drain loses every week.
John Morrison is dead. All hail Johnny Nitro.
Woo!
Seriously, he had his
Don't you
beard.
mean
Wait,
on
did
Friday?
he just take Randy Orton's pyro?
No.
What
It's
you
not.
could
It's not Randy's
say?
pyro. It's got to be the golden shower in the middle of the ring.
Okay.
It's a very familiar environment for The Miz, though. I mean, he walks out on the stage, no one's here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rude.
To be fair, though, I do respect The Miz's growth and ability. It's easy to rag on him, that's all.
Oh, now you're backpedaling. Uh-huh.
No,
Skittles!
my
Wait,
film,
why do they got
my
M&M's
feet are
stickers back
perfectly
there?
planted on the idea that The Miz is an easy mark.
Well, I mean, when he legitimately said on Real World, way back in the day, that he wanted to be in WWF at the time, and that his persona was The Miz, point blank, period. Yeah, he's a mark.
Yeah.
There needs to be like a Spirit Halloween banner somewhere in here and an advertisement for Shen Yu.
Somebody walking around selling pancakes on a popsicle stick.
Whoa.
Oh!
The new thing.
Honest.
It's like what would happen if Dusty Rhodes was even less desirable.
Man, this is some truck stop music right
I
here.
was expecting.
No, you want truck stop is we go Jimmy Wang Yang.
I was expecting Tucky to come out in sweats. I was expecting, let me borrow your sweats.
I kind of dig the song.
I like it. I don't like the Money in the Bank lunchbox though.
You know what's crazy? This is the same pay-per-view that 30 minutes ago Roman Reigns was crying after hitting his cousin repeatedly, nearly killing him, and using that as fake tears, and now we have Tucky!
I don't know. I'm still emotionally distressed only because I'm listening to Otis's new theme thinking, this fits him. This is a good arrangement. What did they do to Keith Lee?
He's getting new music.
They lost the rights.
Time for a remix.
It's also new gear.
I don't think so. That appears to be his heavy machinery gear.
Are we still talking about?
Yeah,
Otis can't climb the ladder because he's fat.
Yeah, we're still talking
No,
about the match. We're still not acknowledging the double homicide.
Yeah. I'm surprised Rey Mysterio wasn't at. He didn't say at the court ring, "I got killed in that match." Thankfully,
he and Aleister Black died.
But thankfully, we didn't stay dead.
He used the Dragon Balls.
Oh, I was going to say, thank God there was a talking cat at the base of the WWE headquarters that had a pair of sensu beans ready and waiting.
He just said, "You want to make a contract?" I said, "Sure. What'll it cost?" I said, I just want something.
Either your soul or a fully loaded iPod shuffle.
Oh yeah, with that ginger beard.
Oh yeah.
Ooh yeah, brother.
Dude, he punched him right in the single ab.
Baron Corbin's backstage like,
Oh my God, he dodged! Otis has learned the skill that even Gohan couldn't learn.
Smiley.
technically Miz is on Raw now, so technically Miz could cash in tonight if he wins.
Yep. Hello.
Hey, stay out of this, Johnny Mundo.
Where's Tucky? Man,
But why didn't
Tucker's like-
Tucker just go for it?
I don't know, he's like 15 feet away just watching this develop. I'm not going to get involved until it's absolutely story necessary.
That's right.
Like a good guy.
Don't you dare step on my toes before I tell you to. Oh!
And still, Tucker's feet are rooted firmly to the ground.
I'm the good guy. I have to stay on this side.
I don't want to get my friend disqualified.
We did give him credits, but the box office was terrible.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a pandemic. Everyone's doing pretty bad.
Hey, we live in a time where Sonic the movie is the second highest grossing film.
But it was a good movie.
It earned it.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, it's not bad.
No,
I gotta be
what
a
I'm
hater,
saying is Bad
Kaza.
Boys for Life is the number one.
Was it decent?
It's fine.
Actually, yeah, the Sonic movie's decent.
Speaking of ridiculous statistics, the number one movie in Japan last week was the Demon Hunter film.
Yeah.
I think that just came out in America as like a DVD or something.
Wait,
It did.
if Sonic is decent, you're putting that on the same par as Roman Reigns versus.
Hey,
So his bar
the
is
Yogi movie
super
actually
high.
super decent.
So if you're just tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, what you're listening to is a group murder on Kaza, apparently, by a film buff.
Hey, everybody has an opinion, okay?
Your
Kill
opinion just
me
happens to be wrong.
Just like yours tends to be wrong a lot too, huh, Donovan?
No,
Damn,
no.
I-
Mine are glamorous and fabulous. Thank you very much.
Some splash damage going on.
To his credit, his decision making did make him 1/6 of the WWE Tag Team Champions by
That's right.
proxy.
Shut up, I was there. I assisted with that victory. Thank you very much.
Uh-huh. I look forward to undoing some of your decisions soon.
Oh, okay. You gotta learn how to read and write and have style and have class, and then only maybe will you be in the same venue as I.
Why do I why do I have to learn all that if you've only learned a third of it?
Shut your
I was
face.
gonna say,
I was born into
Yerg,
greatness.
You're giving him too much credit there.
I am the greatest of all time. Get on my level.
Oh,
Oh, look at that Betty!
Plus or minus every.
yo.
I like
Avada
his
Kedavra,
belly.
dude.
Get it. Get down with the belly.
Oh, Take.
It's almost unfair that he has a clothesline. Every time Otis runs across and hits you, it should just be called a wrecking ball. I don't care if he uses an arm, leg,
Oh
or
yeah!
Ooh, oh, it's making you run wild, brothers.
Otis is
Ooh.
one of the few wrestlers I think should legitimately wear like a one piece, only because he looks like he has a load in the back of his tights.
All he needs to do is just paint a big smiley face on his stomach, and he'll be the Kool-Aid Man for Halloween.
Oh.
I mean, it's Halloween. I don't see why he didn't do it.
W O
Oh
R.
yeah!
All right,
Every
interference ref, throw him out.
You know what?
That
Rules.
Okay, so Otis has been in this match for what, about 15 minutes now?
oh the ref was distracted by the shirt that was in the ring.
No, I'm only laughing because I'm looking at Otis just thinking, this man at this size looks way healthier than Brock Lesnar does in half as much time.
You're not wrong.
It's all about
You
that
are not wrong.
cardio, baby.
It's
Even
not
if that
cardio,
cardio-
it's the fact that he eats less, less protein.
No, I'm sure that cardio is part of it. It's just amazing that Otis's veins can push that much butter.
I
don't have any-
I don't have. What are you talking
Rules.
about?
Thank you,
Come
ref.
out.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah. Yes.
Get him,
Step
Jessica
left.
Carr. Get him, Jessica Carr.
Hey, Tucker.
Oh, is this a match where Tucker screws everything up and the tag team is completely dissolved?
Probably.
Technically, they're on different brands now,
Yeah, they are.
which makes no sense. What's Tucker gonna do? Otis will be fine, but what's Tucker gonna do?
I don't know. It's kind of scary that Tucker's ended up in this
Ooh.
situation after he took an injury that took him out of the early phase of sanity.
Yeah.
He had the spot that Killian Dane walked into. Come back. Oh!
Oh.
Wait!
Call.
Total betrayal by Tucker.
Damn, he called it.
That wasn't an accident.
That was
That
an
was a wind up and a swing.
Dude.
Miz is gonna be winner! Oh god! Miz is gonna get a title run!
Wow, nobody's more surprised by this outcome than The Miz.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, we're gonna have another Miz title run!
But what does El Gran Gordo think about this?
And he's got like 4 months to use it. Man, you can even see it on the Zoom meeting. These people are horrified.
We need that one angry Miz girl. He's like, I'm glad this.
You had the chance.
Miz is just like, I'm glad that tag team split when it did.
You know what?
Nice.
Tucker would actually make a good bodyguard for Miz and Morrison. That would be a great role for him.
What? Him as a heater? For
Yeah,
them?
yeah.
I could see it.
So how are they
Ooh.
gonna feud if they're
Bam!
Dang.
There was some stake behind that.
Yeah. Talking about him being a heater, that was hot.
Seriously, he didn't even do a move. He just straight up pinned him 10 seconds later.
So does Miz cash in tonight?
Very well could.
It really depends on how the Drew Randy story ends up.
Because technically, Miz's only world title run was Money in the Bank, cashing in on a Randy Orton.
That's funny.
So are they gonna feud across brands though?
Well, no, I mean he can cash that in on either brand.
No, I
I
mean
don't know.
Tucker noticed.
Oh yeah, Tucker Noah's got a feud now.
Yeah, but like they're across brands, so.
People have been traded after the draft. These things happen rather frequently, depending on story. And a lot of waxy candy.
They don't want the Skittles.
Wow, what?
Apparently, Axe Body Spray is attempting to make a comeback by reminding you how sad you are over the last few months.
Mums is day 234.
Where's their masks?
Where are their masks?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Excellent question. This must be Florida.
Yeah, right. What? Those don't exist in Florida. Oh, ouch.
Man, that that case has a fresh dent from Otis's head.
Who cares?
Why are you asking him? It's not like he did it.
Now, while I hold this piece of plastic. Your rating's gold. Technically, it is a prop, sir.
Not for him. It's real.
Yeah, for him, it's a guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
You better double clench in the bathroom, people.
Hey.
Who's the current Universal Champion?
Drew McIntyre?
Oh, okay.
Who has a match fairly soon?
I had to throw away my stage notes.
Yep.
Yeah, you're a huge load. Thanks.
That is true.
Yeah. Oh. Hello.
Oh, shit.
Why you go after those two? Oh, okay.
They were just collateral damage as Godzilla rampaged through the city.
Follow them, cameraman.
Work
No,
rate.
this is the
Let's talk
smart
about work
cameraman
rate.
in WWE. He's seen what's happened on the tapes. He knows how close
the
to
empty
follow.
concession stands.
No. Hey.
There's only gonna be 5 matches tonight. Wow.
Yep, we're through 3 of them already.
So, Sasha Bailey main event?
Oh, Randy's main eventing.
Boo!
We set it
Wait,
up so Aw.
If it's 5 matches and we've been through 3 of them, so it's gonna be a back-to-back Hell in a Cell.
Back-to-back Hell in a Cell. Unless randomly we have a match that's unannounced that happens in between.
What's a feud that's going on right now? That could-
Retribution, Bray Wyatt, Hurt Business.
Retribution versus Hurt Business.
Retribution Hurt Business for Survivor Series.
How
And we all
about
know that Hurt Business is going to go over.
Sasha Banks.
Unless they do a women,
No,
unless they do Asuka defend the title in a squash against somebody, or
that
the
just
women's
happened.
tag title, women's tag champs defend the titles in a quick title defense.
Why in the blue
Sami
hell
Zayn beat
is
somebody real
Peyton
quick.
Royce tag with like America's the women's
Lacey
right lady?
Evans.
Lacey
Why
Evans.
is she now tag teaming with someone else if they want to get her singles?
I think they just did it for the fact to get people on that show, on that episode.
Yeah,
I hope
mean,
so.
let's be honest. Lacey Evans is Garbo.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yes.
you did, you sick pervert.
Heel Bailey is best Bailey.
Mhm.
The Karen haircut sells it. That's what it is.
And I love how she has a little bald spot in the back, like she gave herself. She cuts her own hair, but apparently it's like because that's where her ponytail used to be. Oh no! So Mandalorian's coming out next Friday, and Sasha Banks in the season. So who thinks she's gonna win?
Well, it's the first episode of it comes out Friday. Mandalorian's released weekly.
Yeah.
Seriously, Sasha Zimmerman Mando?
Yeah,
Sasha Mando.
she was seen in the first trailer in a hood, a random woman in a hood that was in the middle of some kind of shipping district that the Mandalorian is walking in. The theory right now by fans is that Sasha Banks is playing a fully adult Sabine from Star Wars Rebels.
Actually, really cool.
I mean, she has like the right skin color, like and build, like she's got like a 6-pack.
That's a theory. There's no proof to that.
There is no proof to that. But it's a show called The Mandalorian, and Sabine Wren is a Mandalorian. So I was like, oh, she's just an OG character. So
Well, apparently, thanks to the second trailer, we found out that the Mandalorian's entire mission is to look for other Mandalorians so he can find the child's home planet.
So I've been completely media like on the Mandalorian season 2, just so I can come in like fresh.
Well, second season starts Friday, so
yeah,
and it's only 8 episodes for season 1. It'll be 8 for season 2.
Okay.
And season 3's already been inked.
Oh, it's gonna be.
I heard it was already signed. Apparently, Disney liked what they saw when they got the finished episodes.
Well, let's be honest. Because of what's going on right now, current world climate, movie theaters not being necessarily open, their streaming service is the only way they're making any sort of business right now. So, yeah, they're going to snap up anything they can.
Well, not only that, I heard that some movies are starting to shop themselves to streaming service for like a $300 million payday, and they get to, whatever service that is, gets it exclusive for 6 months. It looks like streaming services are moving into position to be the primary form of entertainment. Don't have a problem with the pattern of the jacket. A bit too many rhinestones for me.
Perfect drag queen jacket.
Yup.
Speaking about rhinestones,
or Donovan Troy's.
You would probably try to get that from Sasha and then get it to fit.
I would make it more just like a scarf.
I was about to say that'd be a shawl for Donovan.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe use the hood, but yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, they gave her pyro.
Whoa!
Nice.
A little bit of purple thunder.
It's gonna be really awkward when live audiences go back and they still play the pyro right above the fans' heads.
Okay, peeps, we got a title match with major implications here. The first one was a bit of a gimme. Who do you think is going over tonight?
Bailey.
I think it's Bailey.
Yeah, we need a title change, and I don't think Drew's losing the belt.
I
Well,
think
we
Drew
do have the
might
Miz now.
That is
That's
also true.
That is true.
And I could definitely see Miz cashing in on one of those two than Roman Reigns, who's like untouchable right now.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the Miz will get destroyed by Roman Reigns right now.
Yeah.
Well, the Miz is also a raw talent right now, so it's very
Oh, that's
likely he's
true.
going to aim for Drew.
We got the white versus black.
Wow.
Racist.
It's like HBK versus Taker.
Yeah.
Why is this not main eventing? Okay, Orton and I'm putting Orton and Drew McIntyre on a
Ooh,
tall shelf.
Ooh, nice
Ooh, they
camera
gave-
angle.
they gave her some good pyro.
Nice.
Love
Nice.
it.
You know what? It just occurred to me watching this whole thing develop is that this is the part that WWE Creative doesn't understand right now. Emotional resonance. They haven't given us much of a reason to care about the main event, yet all these sub-matches all have storylines attached to them that have more emotional resonance for fans. Whoa, what happened?
Uh-oh.
Oh, dude. I thought for a second Bayley killed Sasha. That was amazing.
Yeah, they gotta really up the ante from the ambulance match for this title match.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he can't summon in everybody that, Randy has punted again.
Well,
Right. Maybe it's Randy's turn to have heel friends.
like
Uh,
Lower it. Lower
I
it.
don't know.
I mean, maybe the only saving grace would be if Randy suddenly turned out to be the actual leader of Retribution.
yeah.
That would be interesting.
Wow, it's
Oh,
dangerous for
Randy-
most people to admit they're from Boston these days.
Randy's friends with Dolph Ziggler and Rude now.
Okay, so those two.
This folding chair!
Hey. Bailey brought a tag partner. It's okay.
I apologize. I could not resist when I saw that coming.
There goes her tag partner.
Ooh!
Oh,
Oh! Outside the cage, even. Come on, go get it Indiana Jones style. They'll still let you back in.
Da-da-da.
That was cool.
Yeah, it's not like there's chairs under the ring,
But to say, yeah, that's true.
I mean, there was a leather strap under the ring.
Right now, there may be a couple Usos under the ring.
Oops.
They may have been buried on the spot.
I think that with like the 12 referees that were there, they probably dragged their
I see kendo sticks.
Yep, saw a number of them. And right now, we've got Soccer Mom versus Murderous Smurf.
I'm just gonna call her Sabine Red right now, just because it hasn't been deconfirmed yet.
La 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 la. Remix.
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
that is interesting. Nice use of flexibility.
That was nice.
Nope, no monkey flip.
Ooh. Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Sasha's looking
Whoa.
amazing right now.
So far, the only party with less offense than Bayley is the Dallas Cowboys.
Or early Roman Reigns.
Ah, right in the tit, you bitch. Ooh, she ducked.
Right into the plastic. So do you think Drew and Randy will break the cage then?
Yes.
I think it's inevitable at this point. Whoever was last had to be the one to break it when you have 3 cage matches.
Yeah.
Because as much as I trust the guys who put this thing together, I don't think WWE hired enough engineers during this period to do quick fixes.
Bailey, put
And
down the
right- and-
candlestick. That belongs to somebody else.
Wow! Do you see
Oh!
how do you see how often she dodged that sword, man? Sasha Banks is putting on the Jedi credit. Let's go.
She's like, I was playing Dark Souls. I mastered the role. He has ADP.
Randy also likes to do crazy spots, so
Yeah, but then
RKO
again,
off.
Oh my god.
Randy's also super safe too. So
yeah.
So
Meanwhile-
that's really awkward. And Randy Orton gives an RKO off the steel.
Meanwhile, Bailey's been carrying more wooden swords than a One Piece character.
Damn.
Sasha is just like channeling the Mandalorian already.
She sacrificed the rib just to whip that ass. Oh, we got a table.
Wow.
Table.
Tables are always kind of daring in Hell in a Cells only because there's such limited space to set them up.
Yeah.
You got to get really weird to have tables involved.
hopefully it's better than the last women's table spot.
Are we talking Mandy Rose?
Yes.
Wow, I just had flashbacks. I'm looking at the two of them fighting, and all of a sudden I have feelings of John Talbane versus Felicia in Darkstalkers.
Yes! Holy shit!
Wow.
Go, let's go.
Hey, I thought that was solid considering the visuals here.
Yeah, no, that's
right.
legit.
You're spot on.
Ooh.
You're spot on.
The fact
Whatever.
that Capcom will never bring that franchise back saddens me.
I'm
To be fair, Darkstalkers was always just kind of a fun test of the Street Fighter engine. I don't think they expected it to have any popularity.
Oh,
God.
That cameraman just earned a bonus, man. That was perfectly set up as far as visuals.
Either bring back Darkstalkers or bring back rival schools.
I say bring back both. I'm not limited. But yeah, that cameraman has earned a $500 bonus for this show. That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, you could see her run up it. You could see the impact. It was practically in his face, man.
That's probably a highlight package for like all future Hell in a Cell matches. That
Yeah.
shot.
That was a hell of a shot. Props to the man.
Either if they continue this Sasha Bailey storyline, that'll be in that video package.
For sure.
That should go on the package like for any intro for one of the WWE shows.
Don't try this at home.
Don't press your friend against a steel cage and have them knee you with both knees running.
Yep, just don't do it.
Just don't do it.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Sasha, remove that fake eyelash. It's okay,
Yeah.
hon.
It looks
Right.
like you're crying blood. It really needs to come out.
Roman's tears were more
Realistic.
realistic.
Expecting realism from wrestling. What's wrong with you?
I have high hopes.
Hey, at least it's better than two people from Detroit trying to put on shows.
What do you have against the Lions and the Red Wings?
Oh, I'm talking about the Juggalos, sir.
Oh,
Um,
wow. Ooh.
Oh,
That's
wow.
a very
cool.
unique way to use a table.
So I just noticed the aerial camera.
Oh,
Wow.
Yo, let's
Banks is
go.
pulling out some Naruto jutsus in this one. She is amazing.
she's like,
Yeah.
Again with the fucking knees to the face.
My ass. Ah.
I would
for
say, damn it,
you.
D'Lo, but these spots are too good.
Shadow Clune butt whoop.
Better wear a butt pad next time, girl.
Ooh.
Oh, ease.
Oh yeah, Drew Orton, you have some got some work to do tonight.
They're about to get their ass kicked by a couple women.
Bailey and Sasha put on barn burners before.
No, totally. But
No, but this has a different flavor from even the priors. Those were wrestling matches.
Oh,
This
shit. She is
is a
legit.
freakish
Ooh.
sideshow of amazing caliber.
You can't move that fast in the video game. 2K, you got some work
almost
to
like
do.
a 619.
Oh!
How many times has Bailey just been smashed against the cage?
Bailey
Right
don't
there.
care.
Right now, Kofi Kingston is at home watching this, just going, "Damn it!"
No, Kofi's like, yes, keep going.
Like,
Oh,
get it,
someone's gonna
girl.
break
Get
my
it,
record.
girl.
Oh, watch out for
Into the
those
stairs, dude.
Watch out for those steps. That's how Ray lost an eye.
Yeah. Is Bailey taking some time off after this? She's getting her ass whooped.
I don't care, man. Both of these, if there was a match of the night bonus backstage, these women have already taken it.
For
Which is why I'm
sure.
angry that it's not ending it. So,
Ooh, she
what
wants
are
to
Orton
duel.
and McIntyre gonna do?
Uh-oh, she's building.
Oh.
What Pee Wee Herman breakfast machine are you setting up here?
And from the other side of the ring, out comes a little brown mouse followed by a blue cat.
This time when you go, you'll trip and fall.
Oh,
Ooh.
what are you doing?
Yeah, that had to stop. There was no way.
Oh,
No way. No.
oh no.
Oof.
Ooh!
There's an eyeball on the ground.
Oh, it's broken.
Ooh.
Both Kendo Stick and Sasha broken. And Bailey laughing maniacally. She's so evil.
Lord Almighty. Oh, is she mad at that cage?
What? Oh my
That
god.
lady really hates this cell.
Karen wants to talk to the manager.
Whip it! Whip it!
Oh my god.
Oh,
She put it
she
back.
wants to do more. Oh, is she gonna slingshot her?
Yeah, it looks like she wants to do it again.
She's like, I want to play too.
Oh, we're doubling up, no less.
Oh no, slingshot. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
I was right.
Oh, babushka.
Arguably
she
a better
did.
use of the kendo stick than the Sandman ever came up with. Wow.
Oh, she did.
You're
She
not
did.
wrong.
She did.
She's not dead. It's too early for her to be dead. We still got
she's
yeah, we got an
dying.
hour. We got an hour 15 left in this pay-per-view. We still got to stretch this out a bit,
She dying then.
which is kind of weird considering we've already seen like 5 different false finishes for a hardcore match in this one match.
Yeah, I expect this pay-per-view to go short unless they add another match or that video package for the main event's gonna be hella long.
They showed it earlier in the night, and it was only like 2 minutes.
We'll get the extended
Well,
director's
you
cut
think-
with
you
commentary.
Think, you think Drew and Randy are gonna go Broadway?
No.
There is a slight chance, I guess, for a surprise entrance by Charlotte sometime tonight.
Oh,
But Charlotte's
Well-
drafted on Raw, and these are SmackDown girls.
I know, but Charlotte's a professional crap stirrer.
you think Charlotte cares? She's just like her daddy.
She'll show up, beat Asuka for the title, and insert herself in the main event of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It worked out for her, didn't it?
It
That'd be
did.
classic WWE
She
booking.
got that WrestleMania payday.
Oh,
Ooh,
Okay.
a lot of sassiness today.
Karen's mad.
Karen's
Ooh.
mad.
Was she going for a high angle belly to back?
I think she was.
Oh,
no. Nice.
Okay, so that's the 4th time I've seen her go directly against the steel.
Yeah, the
Fuck.
back of Bailey's head has met this cage so often they might as well have met on Tinder.
Again, at this point, Bailey said, "Fine, I don't want to talk to the manager anymore. It's okay."
I'll take the damn coffee with a half drip.
Bailey likes it rough, okay? Uh-oh.
We're getting creative again.
She's playing Minecraft with weapons.
Okay.
I think she's playing Minecraft with Dark Souls weapons.
Oh.
To be fair though, that's all show. I mean, that's basically Sasha throwing herself into that chair.
Yeah. but
Still
still,
looks good.
it looked really
That
good.
sold really well.
Dare continue to fight. I'm sorry. How much of a cheese grater is the back of Bailey's head met already? Insulted.
Yeah.
Just as
cheese.
much as Finn
Love
Balor's
cheese.
jaw.
Ow.
There we go. At least she evened it out. I was really worried that she wasn't going to be able to resolve the edge there. If these two don't end up on the board of a wrestling company at some point, it will be a crime in the latter part of their years. These ladies are innovative on top of entertaining.
Well, hopefully they can help the women of the future.
Sick. Oh, sick.
The old Brazilian butt slam right into a chair.
Oh, no one wants to touch that one. No one wants that chair.
That's Scrooginger's chair. Oh!
Oh! Dang! A rolling buckle bomb into a chair.
That killed her! That killed her! She's dead!
Straight damn.
2 and kick out even.
Wow.
Jeez.
How is she? That was insane.
Yeah, because she threw herself a little too hard into that.
She gotta make it look good. She wants that bonus.
Meanwhile, McIntyre and Orton just like,
Like, God damn it.
Better get really good at TikTok, fellas.
Alright, Bailey, your elbow is not as good as Kyrie's.
That's why they beat her up so she could leave. So now hers is the best because Kyrie's gone.
Negative, she's still within company.
Well, for the sake of storyline, she's gone. Whatever happens behind stage politics, that's behind the stage politics.
And my understanding was her contract is done.
Again, she re-signed,
oh!
but
Nice.
Mm.
Nice.
That was an interesting float over.
she re-signed, but more in a backstage role, so we might be seeing NXT Nippon.
Hmm.
What?
What is going on? Oh, what?
She's being fed to the monster.
There's no rope break in Hell in a Cell.
Oh!
Oh. Watch out,
Dang.
Boogie Man's going to share some worms with you.
So that
It
she's
is the
force-fed
month.
a bunch of Lucky Charms by a sleeping hornswoggle.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
No!
Oh,
No!
shit.
No!
Ooh.
Yeah. Ah! Damn it, the safety word is stop!
I
Say
quit!
my
I
name.
quit! It's not this kind of Hell in a Cell match.
More even, huh?
What's left?
More
Oh.
kendo sticks. Need a fresh one for this, and duct tape?
Oh.
She may have just taken out the most dangerous weapon in WWE history.
Your teeth. There you go.
Who didn't lose this backstage?
Damn it, Randy, you had one job.
You got some scissors I can use to open this up?
It's like, I don't have any nails.
That big
Meanwhile,
Eastbrook?
Vince is like, who didn't loosen that for her?
Wait, what is she building now?
What?
She's
Mega
building a
kendo
super
stick?
kendo
Pee Wee
stick.
Herman's Are you making a double-sided kendo stick?
I did this with pencils back in grade school.
It just becomes Dead Rising at some point.
You know I say it every show, but I always get super nervous when wrestlers turn into engineers.
Oh my god.
It's like, you're in Mandalorian? Well, I'm making the Darth Maul's double-bladed lightsaber here.
Toolbox
Technically,
right
you're
there,
making Darth. Yeah, technically, you're making Darth Maul's third-grade nephew's double-handled handle.
Just create a trap.
Wait,
Home Alone this.
I have no idea what your science project is, lady.
That's why you almost shot her, Bailey.
She nearly got caught in her own Acme trap.
He who sets it must fall for it.
And Sasha is still asleep. Oh, Oh my god!
We got a fire extinguisher spot.
Oh wait, I get to say it. And Sasha Banks sprayed all over Bailey's face.
Wow.
Clap, clap, clap.
Because Bailey's so hot.
Definitely cooled her off with that sudden stream of white fluid.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she got her chair back.
Oh, she got the trademark chair.
It's the Kryptonian. It's the chair made of kryptonite.
Hello. Nobody's got it, you idiot.
Now chase her around the
Oh,
ring.
slap!
Throw potato. Throw a potato.
I went to a wrestling match and an episode of Dynasty broke out.
Who killed JR?
I don't know. Who shot Jim Ross? That's 5. And 6.
Ooh.
Her face should be like a full waffle print by now.
Concussion City.
Oh, and 7. Lucky 7.
Well, you said earlier she should have put her profile on.
8.
Ooh,
Oh,
my
9.
God.
10. 11. 12.
Jesus.
I'm getting worried. I can't count beyond 20. That's a genetic thing.
Well, that's Sesame Street taught you got to count to 12. So
Thanks, Count.
What?
And then she walks over and says, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah, I was like, this is a terrible project. Let's build upon it. She's like, no, Bailey, your project sucks.
Dollar store duct tape. That's all they could afford.
It's a C at best.
Kendo sticks and chairs everywhere.
Ooh.
I am
Ooh.
right on her head.
Jesus.
no Sasha Dono Yamate.
The
No
fact
me
that
gusta.
they've been going
No me gusta.
that they've been doing this more and more.
Oof. So hurts.
This is one of the most brutal Hell in a Cell matches I can recall in a long time.
It's
And
also
they're so
extreme.
fun.
It's also extremely.
fast-paced.
Yeah, it's very fast paced. Other than the weird science project, this has been almost non-stop for 20 minutes.
Yeah, the weird science project and Bailey nearly tripping.
But then it was immediately the fire extinguisher spot. So there was no load time when they finally reconnected. Here we go. Who's gonna get the chair first?
Dun dun. Have you not watched NXT, you idiot? We're just gonna stomp the back of her neck. Okay.
Almost expecting a Seth Rollins curb stomp there on the
Felicia.
chair.
Oh wait, she may get hit in the face on the way down.
Oh,
3.
Nope, chair in the gut.
Oh.
She used that chair like it was a vibranium shield.
Finish her.
Oh, she hit herself in the face too.
Damn.
You see that when she tried to get rid of it?
again, this has just been amazing. This is
Yeah.
a good match. Great match.
Oh yeah, this is best match, hands down.
One of the best matches of 2020.
At this point, I doubt these women can make it back to the stage.
Yeah.
And that is not a statement on their endurance or toughness. I mean, they're literally beating the crap out. Wow!
Oh.
He did not bounce from that.
Oh my god.
And as I was mid-sentence, they decided to prove a point. Jeepers!
Okay,
Ooh.
this is starting to become match of the year.
Hard.
Oh, here's that spot again. Dude!
Damn, she ate it.
I'd call that a modified Russian leg sweep, except that's the type of sweep that makes you speak Russian after you hit.
Yeah, as soon as you land, you'd be saying "Oi, pizdet." Chevou be it. Oh,
What else are we
wait.
grabbing?
I don't know. What else? Oh, ladder!
Oh,
Oh my god!
Oh no.
I didn't think there was room for a ladder spot in all this, but I've been wrong before.
All
I
of
thought this was a
Ladder,
Hell in a Cell,
ladder.
not a TLC match.
Technically, it just became a TLC match because that was the last part of the formula.
Yeah.
We still have the table outside that has been unbroken.
It's been used, though. It has been used in some of those effective camera work of the night.
Yeah, that's fair. What the?
Uh-oh,
I don't know what the
she's
plan
on
is here.
stage.
Okay,
Oh,
dude.
God.
She's
Oh
setting
no,
it across.
it's the
She's
Joey
going
Mercury
across.
spot.
Yeah, she's setting it across the chairs. We're going to have something that's going to be a backbreaker.
A belly to belly on that.
Or a elbow drop. And then
Or
she
Jeff Hardy comes
misses.
flying from the ceiling.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so this is what I was trying to do outside, but I didn't have a ladder.
Yeah, the kendo sticks just didn't work for what I wanted.
It was a
Oh!
basically the kendo sticks was a concept model.
I was to say.
Is
It's a
it in
prototype.
actual practice?
And we have a neatly folded Sasha Banks, good for storage. Now what?
In the
What else
overhead
is there?
compartment.
She's gonna wrap barbed wire around her belly
what-
into a
what-
splash.
Woman.
Is that a spray paint can?
I think it is.
Is she going to style her hair right here in the middle of the match? NWO. Oh my goodness. This has already been too much for me, and I don't know what I'm going to see now. Thank goodness.
Okay.
Please, I did not
Okay.
want to see another murder. Hmm.
Oh,
my
spray
God.
on the knee!
Holy
Stop with the knee!
shit.
Spray!
Oh, Bailey's been eating meat.
Bailey to Bailey!
Into the banks.
1, 2, no! That
Oh my
wasn't a
God.
finish! Oh my god!
Oh. Sasha is such a freaking daredevil with that ladder.
I know Sasha is half a head shorter than Bailey, but after those two spots combined, they may be the same height.
Damn.
If she would have messed up on that jump on the ladder, she would have easily broken her
Yeah, she would
foot.
have been dead.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, her liver would be trash.
She probably would have scorpioned, and it would not have
Yep.
been good.
No.
Mhm.
And her leg would be hurt.
And she's tossing chairs out, so I don't know what's going on now.
Well, she threw that chair out. She just wants the one,
Ooh,
the special
she's
chair
having
in.
a meltdown. She's having a meltdown. She needs a
Hey, it's
counselor.
okay. That chair's gimmicked.
The special chair's still there, though.
That's
The one with
right.
the spray paint.
The only one that matters.
Oh!
Ooh.
Oh,
Jeez.
meat trigger.
That's a vicious,
Ooh.
vicious snapmare and running knee. Bailey to belly.
Ooh.
1,
1,
2,
2,
no!
Ooh.
That was a
Still going.
TP.
it's still going.
Yeah, Drew. Yeah, Orton. You got a lot of work to do tonight.
We've pretty much hit that point where now I have to ask myself, what is the finish? Because we've already seen literally everything else.
Surprise roll up.
Yeah.
Surprise roll up on top of the steel cage.
Canadian destroyer.
Asuka's underneath the ring, ready to make herself a dough strap.
Russian pile driver.
No, Asuka's
Chair
just
shot.
dancing in an elevator somewhere.
Another chair shot.
Ooh, okay.
Lights go out and it's Charlotte Flair.
Oh,
I've also
God.
noted how a good match can affect our commentary, because we were pretty quiet the last couple, but this one we've exploded.
Because this match is awesome.
And it's been like nonstop.
Again, okay, so this
There's
is
been
my
no
match of the year
rest
for
holds or
2020.
anything.
Oh!
no!
Oh,
Oh no!
no.
Turn it around!
Wow.
Bank statement! Bank statement with the chair!
With the
Oh,
chair. Oh, it's
fuck.
all
With the
Oh.
chair!
There it
Oh!
Oh, fuck.
Call me the tribal chief.
And she's kicking the chair!
Fuck.
Damn, damn, it's over!
Woo!
And she still won't let go! She wants to murder her right here!
He's like F your neck.
Yeah, Sasha's the tribal chief.
I don't want to win via submission, I want to win via homicide!
Holy shit.
Oh,
That was amazing.
Yeah, that's my
Epic.
match of the year for 2020, right there.
Wow.
I don't buy many wrestling DVDs anymore, but this one just made the damn list.
Just for this match alone.
Oh yeah.
And we seen Bailey die. We see Jimmy Uso die. Little Jimmy, man, a lot of
Oh,
homicide in the
little
cell
Jimmy
match.
died.
We saw Heavy Machinery die.
Yeah,
And then
this pay-per-view has definitely reached the highest murder quota of the
then
year.
again, we also had big meaty men slapping meat after the match, so we're good.
Hey.
She hasn't even picked up the title yet. She's still not convinced that Bailey's had enough punishment.
Kill her.
And then suddenly she drops down and starts hitting the back of her skull with that belt. How many days now? How many days now?
Just more double knees. Just all the knees.
Please let Sasha hang on to this for more than a week.
Again,
No,
this
more
is
than a
the
month.
spot.
That's her weakness.
Shout out.
She
This is the
can't.
only championship where Sasha Banks has won on a pay-per-view.
Really?
Sasha Banks is like 0-8
Yeah,
when it comes to pay-per-view title defenses. Or
her pay-per-views are like her pay-per-view record is trash.
yeah, I think the
However-
only time she's ever won was like a tag team with Bailey, but never
Also-
like singles.
Also, I need to know the maker of that chair that Bailey brought with her to the ring because, damn, that held up to some punishment.
Yeah.
Home Depot.
That might actually be able to hold me up.
She always loses the singles title in the first title defense. So
That is true.
Well, since she went to the main shows, that's true. In NXT, she had a long run in several defenses.
I think
My God, that's
this will
Tamina's
be
music.
Now just cut to a promo. I don't want any stupid like, oh, by the way.
this makes her a grand champion now because this was the title she hadn't held yet.
Oh, that's the Miz's music. It's cashing in.
Oh no!
I came to play.
Miz is cashing in on behalf of Santino Marella.
He's like, I'll show you, Miz and Mrs.
My wife wants to win a
Oh, the
belt.
Hurt Business is here. Why?
don't work match with the retribution.
Well, you haven't filed your proper documents with the SEC, so I have no idea how you operate. Is that an African thing?
Oh, is it?
I know for one thing. Lashley, hit him with your favorite pose.
And there it is. Oh!
Which one's that one?
The one with the lame mask.
Oh, okay.
I believe that's the one that used to be Shane Thorne.
Yeah, it is Shane Thorne, yeah.
I didn't know there was a political convention going on today. This is amazing.
Hey, you learn something new every day.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay. Instant loss for retribution. Nice to know. Thank you.
And that's like, we'll take it in the hell in the cell.
Like, oh, we'll take it, okay?
Oh, we're having a surprise U.S. title match tonight.
Sounds like it.
I guess Orton and McIntyre are just like, okay, look, we got to regroup. What are we gonna do?
Get top
they-
down,
it-
send the Hurt Business.
Call the
on.
bathroom and a snack break.
I think it's more likely that backstage Vince McMahon is just sitting there going through paperwork and somebody rushed up to him and just said, Mr. McMahon, we have a problem. What? The women are outshining everybody. Can't be serious. 15 minutes later, he comes back with a monitor. crap, I need a cool off match. Call Lashley.
Call the Hurt Business and Retribution.
Like, using Lashley as a cooler after that is probably one of the best things that they could possibly do
Look,
to not outshine the champion. But here's the thing, they don't care about their mid-card titles, so it's perfectly fine. Plus, Lashley is a talent that can legitimately carry this possibly squash match.
Hey, look, I didn't say he couldn't. What I'm saying is that Vince McMahon has no idea who could actually work within his business.
That's right, that's this Wednesday.
Yep, 2 title matches this Wednesday.
Are we having a watch along for Havoc too, or no?
We usually have WWW that night, so if WWW cannot go forward, I imagine we could.
Okay.
Yep.
They
But
don't
we'll have to know that fairly soon. We'll have to have a short conversation over the next couple of days to make sure what we're
I
doing.
will not be able to make it Wednesday night.
Okay, well, WWW has priority, so once
of
we
course,
figure out
yeah.
whether or not that's happening, then we can figure out if we're doing a watch along.
You know, from where Bobby Lashley started in his career to now, he's evolved so much.
Yeah.
I would even say like his comeback like 2 years ago.
He probably would have been a major name in the entirety of wrestling if he didn't have that backstage tiff with Michael Hayes.
I'm not familiar with that story.
Basically, that's why Bobby Lashley left ECW very quickly, even though he was a high name in the company and he was a champion prior to a loss. Michael Hayes was backstage talking about Lashley with some racial overtones, and Lashley overheard it and decided he had had enough.
Yep.
I thought it was
Michael
also because they did the same thing
Hayes.
to his wife, Crystal, at the time.
Well, it was the same
Yeah.
conversation is the problem. Hayes was talking about both Lashley and Crystal at the same time. It was more or less, and I don't know the details, but if I had to paraphrase it, it was basically the idea that somebody of their skin colors would not be important enough to be major champions. So instead of raising a fuss or trying to get him fired, Lashley just decided, okay, I have other things I can do. He left.
Yeah,
Yep.
he went off.
Cosmic, you have to say it. Cosmic, you have to say it.
It's the retribution.
Oh no! Is this the guy with the dreadlocks, or is this the guy without the dreadlocks?
No, the
Wait,
one
so
with
their
Dreadlocks
music is
fake.
generic punk metal?
Well,
State,
it's either that or the theme to Rent.
state of your ring gear, sir. Did you go to High Spots and get your gear?
Dude,
No,
he
I
went to
went to
Hot
Sport
Topic
Chalet.
and got his gear.
I went to Sport Chalet. I got a hockey mask. I got a yeah.
I'm here to destroy the company and win that title that you have.
Usually I'm a lot more intimidating, but usually I have like 12 other people with me.
You know,
I'm not facing a man of your stature, sir.
I usually find him more intimidating without that mask.
No, I'm sorry, but Bobby Lashley and Dio Williams, aka Dio Madden, aka Brennan Williams, probably would have been the better matchup. Because Brennan Williams is like eye to eye level with Lashley.
What is Retribution versus Hurt Business? Like 1 for 4?
No, they legit.
Oh,
took
he
the
threw his
loss.
shirt. That was his sneak attack.
They legit ate the loss this past Monday, so they instantly took this supposed freedom fighting heel faction and instantly threw it in the garbage.
Yeah, I really don't know what Retribution's mission is anymore, because you can't really destroy the company when you sign their contracts. And lately, all they've been doing is acting like random heel stable that you find in your Create a Wrestler file from 2013.
And you're just sitting there thinking, God, I made this?
Yeah. However, unless I'm mistaken, near Shane Thorne's waistline in the front, is that a tattoo from, like, Berserk?
We'll see when we get a better shot. Oh, fuck.
Wow!
Damn. Oh,
He Hurricane Ronald himself.
Damn Invisible Bear!
Little Jimmy.
Oh, little Jimmy's alive!
Yay!
Standing suplex.
Yeah, could this just be like a 2-minute squash?
yeah, I figured as much.
Now just
I-
give him the Lashley lock and end it.
Yeah, I can't see Bobby Lashley losing the U.S. title to the most non-unique member of Retribution. Or the most generic, I should say.
Will
That
Bray
does
make
look-
an appearance, though?
That does look like the symbol that Griffith was tattooing on people's necks when he was killing them in Berserk.
I mean,
Maybe it is.
I want to pay attention to the match, but I'm obsessed with the idea of what this symbol is now. What? Whiff! Complete
Yeah.
whiff!
Wow.
Stage of your offense, sir. And they brought you up?
Okay. All right.
Maybe a little hard for Shane Thorne to get his depth perception up with that mask
He's
in his
right
face.
at the ring
Yeah.
rope, sir. State of your
Yeah.
pinfall, sir.
Ring psychology, ring placement.
The fact that you're using a ring.
It's like, I went
Get
for the pin.
it
Sir, his
together.
head is
Yeah,
under the rope.
that's a symbol of the godhead that's on his waistline.
What is the Godhead?
It's literally the Griffith symbol from Berserk.
Okay. All right. I wasn't aware it had that name, but okay. I have no truck with him being a fan. I just didn't expect to find it.
Is that the symbol that looks kind of like the Bloodborne symbol?
Yes.
Okay.
What is that mask?
Yeah,
What is
it's
it
totally
made out
Berserk.
of? Is
Yeah,
it
sword.
Fanime foam?
I think
They
it's some
get a
kind of foam.
cosplayer to
Yeah.
make this.
I think they stripped out the interior of the Luchasaurus mask to make that.
What the?
Oh, I love you. You want some nuzzle?
He wants to cuddle.
There are better times to get photos for your scrapbook, dude.
I'm sorry,
Hey.
but what kind of wrestling name is Slapjack?
What kind of wrestling name is T-Bar?
Well, basically, I think Slapjack is a noise he just made there.
Part of me thinks that T-Bar was actually Bobby from King of the Hill because T-Bar could be that boy ain't right.
Every time I hear, to be fair though, every time I hear T-Bar, I keep expecting to see John Travolta in a leather jacket.
That's a
Nah,
T-bird,
I'll
sir.
see-
T-bird.
Well,
Ah.
either way, John
Ooh.
Travolta looked tougher than Slapjack does right now.
That's right, Bobby. Lock it in.
He looks like he's having a seizure. Oh my god, this cramp hurts.
Yeah. They've legitimately
Bye.
chopped them out now.
Yep. Oh, look, here's the rest of them. You're supposed to run in before the bell rings, people. That's how you're supposed to do it. So, in other words, you didn't save the loss. You're just spending a little extra time out here.
Right. Unless they steal the belt.
Okay, no. Mustafa Ali is the most generically dressed member of Retribution. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
He looks like he's getting ready to put on it.
Oh.
Doesn't Ali look like he's getting ready to do an
This is
interpretive
gonna
dance
be a
routine?
Survivor Series match.
Dude,
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley's holding his own. He doesn't even need help.
He went full Daffy Duck there.
Yep.
Bobby took them all out.
Yes, he did. And then you've got at least two other guys who are nearly as tough as he is, and their manager. The only way things could get worse for Retribution is if Apollo Crews reappears and puts on a suit jacket.
Apollo Crews is on
He's-
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
I
now.
know. I didn't say it would happen. I'm just saying that's the only way this could possibly get worse for them.
Hello.
Don't
Don't
answer
your
it.
door.
Yeah,
Don't
open
answer
up.
it.
Oh.
Is that retribution?
Oh no, that's somebody.
They're trying to recruit you?
That's Mustafa Ali as the Retribution. I have no faith in this faction anymore, and I know
Nope.
that when Survivor Series comes around, it's just going to be torn apart.
Uh-huh.
Listen, I don't care about Retribution. I cared about the Nexus. I don't care about Retribution. Just have John Cena bury all of them.
Sup, Hades?
We need another WrestleMania at Caesar's parking lot.
You just pooped in my car, you psycho. Get ready for my 11th comeback.
Well, it's starting to become that time of year where they have to pull him out of the icebox and start rebuilding him for next WrestleMania.
Isn't he supposed to be appearing on SmackDown soon?
I
News
thought he
to me.
announced. I thought he announced his retirement on that show they did for like six episodes.
They forced him to say at the end, well, never say never.
Oh.
Oh,
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 Undertaker 30.
Oh.
So he is coming somewhere soon.
So I assume he'll make an appearance at Survivor Series. He'll get attacked by some guy, and then he'll fight
because
him in
that's
4
where he
months
made
of
his
Mania.
first appearance.
Uh-huh.
They didn't have a Saudi show to put him back in, so I guess there's.
Oh yeah, that's right. No Saudi Taker, no green and white Taker.
Is this now an Inferno match, Hell in a Cell?
It's an Okay, so that's how they can up the stakes. One man burns alive.
No, we're just gonna heat the plastic before the match.
Do you think?
Ah.
Glenn Jacobs returns for the speech of a lifetime.
Do you think we'll see Drew McIntyre summon the Big Show again?
I hope so.
Yeah, I didn't know Drew McIntyre knew Summon no Jutsu, but that's okay.
Oh wait, listen. Oh,
So
I
no-
thought we were gonna say like the 3 brands, but
Well, they
There's
do.
yellow in the middle.
Yeah, they are signifying all 3 brands there. Welcome to your tentacle porn main event.
Woohoo! I love it.
Those aren't tentacles.
Oh, I've seen The Boys season 2.
This is going to be the most disgusting.
so is Drew or Orton gonna play Ursula in the live action remake?
Hey, look, he's got Elias's poster up there. Driven by a 70-year-old man. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Can it be a diet?
No, I have standards.
Damn you.
Ooh, promo package.
Well, at least you
Tell you
wore a
what,
mask for this.
next time we meet up, I'll get you a bag of Skittles.
Ooh! You'll make me
Pretty-
truly despise you. Okay.
I like Orton completed like the mission, like perfect stealth.
Agent 42, decent work.
42.
How to say, yeah.
I just need one more match.
How does it feel?
Oh
Chris is
God!
just like, how does it
Randy
feel to
Orton
be
just
that
became
guy?
Christian. No. Oh, why did you do that? Oh.
To be fair, he beat up Christian to take this match.
Yeah, he took his gimmick. He absorbed it. He took all of their powers, so he took Christian's one more match. He took the Big Show's strength. He took Shawn Michaels' charisma, and he took Ric Flair's age.
It would be pretty crazy if Orton started taking those guys as finisher. Knockout punch, the unprettier, the figure 4, and sweet chin music.
And then he ends with a spear.
Yeah. Is Edge supposed to come back this year, or is he out for the rest of the year?
It's 25
I don't think he hit.
steps.
Yeah. That actually would be a good gimmick for a wrestler to just start randomizing their finisher. You never know what's coming when.
Right.
You know, I was expecting, this match would have been okay, but I've unfortunately put it on a higher pedestal because of the Sasha versus Bailey match.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really expect this to be WWE's silver medal.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, we started with a really strong emotional match, so this probably end up bronze, realistically.
That's true.
Yeah,
Unless somebody cashes in.
that you're right. That could be a that just happened moment.
Yeah. I mean, cash-ins have been used to save pay-per-view cards we've been worried about before. I was at WrestleMania.
Ooh.
I was there. I saw it happen.
Oh, Seth and Brock?
Yeah.
It wasn't. The match was pretty decent.
Speaking-
though.
It was a good
Speaking
match.
of
It was just,
WrestleManias,
Look, no. You misunderstand me. I had faith in Roman Reigns going into that match. I wanted him to beat Brock Lesnar. However,
Right.
that was also the period where people had unnatural hate for Roman Reigns, so I knew
That's
they were going to
true.
try and save it.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, is somebody on this promo? I can't see him. He's not moving.
Isn't
It's totally invisible.
isn't Batista already a playable character in Gears though?
Well, because of when the Xbox Series X comes out, they're upgrading Gears of War 5 so that you can trade out Marcus Phoenix for Batista's character. Batista's re-recorded all of the audio lines so that his character is the lead character if you choose to use it.
Oh,
Can you do a Batista bomb in this game?
Yes,
I think that's called a grenade launcher.
Oh,
no, I think within the multiplayer, you can Batista bomb people.
Yeah, that's what I
hell
heard.
yeah.
Oh, having McIntyre come out first.
That's a poor sign.
I lost Retribution. It's Randy Orton.
Hey, where does Massive Coat go?
Oh no! Yeah, I love
Coats are
this
for heels.
big, long,
Retribution took it.
delicious, sleek coat.
They made him stop using it so he didn't look like a member of Retribution. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Out there.
See, it would almost be an interesting statement if they had the door closed. He walks up, lifts up one side of it so he can just step underneath.
Excuse me, boys, and let myself through.
Okay, it's red. I see it. Yeah, I see it.
Red kind of sus.
Oh, speaking of sus,
oh no!
Randy Orton's Retribution.
Emergency meeting! For some reason, the joke just came to me that they undid the old red strap for the Universal title and made it into the cage.
you're not wrong.
Is Randy Orton gonna wrestle in that drip? Oh wait, never mind.
Nope. He's gonna
Oh.
get magic mic'd by Drew here.
He's wearing his tights underneath all that drip.
Yeah, you cannot bash his head into that cage. It's already taken the shape of Bailey's head.
Fixing the dents.
Well, at least they took down her science project. Oh wow, the announce table in a Hell in a Cell match. We haven't seen that since. Oh god, Mick Foley.
No,
Undertaker and Shane
No.
McMahon.
Mox and Rollins.
And Drew continues his protection of the noble announce table.
No, not this time.
I'm gonna save every table.
See, won't even consider smashing him into it.
Here's the sign. You can smash into that.
Yeah, that's just decoration. That table, though, that's like $50 from IKEA. We need that.
That table's my son.
Man, Randy Orton with his nice Retribution cosplay.
The one person who actually wants to wear it. This is Randy Orton's playground? Man, his childhood was terrible.
I mean, you gotta look at who his dad is.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair point. Yeah, that's my job. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, you don't get paid for this. I do.
Ooh, sexy.
You belong to me now.
Oh. Yes,
Yeah,
Daddy.
rip away
Yes.
Randy's got that expression that says, wow, I'm not used to actually, fighting people anymore.
Now Randy Orton's cosplaying Roman Reigns.
Too bad he's not gonna murder a family.
And he's missing the one sparkly gold glove.
Dude, I see his tights like sagging. Do you wear like your wrestling gear under your clothes?
He is obviously.
Hey, don't
When you're,
kink
like, just
shame
ready?
him.
Like, when
Maybe,
you're just ready to
maybe-
come out.
Maybe Randy Orton's beat up Angel Garza took his shtick too.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
The collector of gimmicks, the legend killer.
It's like when you're
The
ready.
legend, the legend sponge.
So like if you challenge like Randy Orton in like a one-on-one match at Starbucks, he has his gear ready.
Can you imagine?
Clothes.
I could almost imagine that being a barista. Some guy walks in. Yeah, I want a tall coffee right now. I'm sorry, sir. You'll need to wear a mask. He slowly starts stripping down to leather underwear. Excuse me, sir. I'm not paid enough for this, sir. Okay,
far?
now Randy Orton's Bailey cosplay is pretty good.
Oh, we're getting classic spot pushed in.
Ooh, we're gonna strain him through this thing.
Get the juice out.
Randy Orton juice.
I like my Randy Orton's al dente.
Yummy.
Vitamin C.
Now,
Wait,
now
if-
it has to be. Now it has to be a finely sieved Randy Orton.
Wait, if Randy's pants get removed, does that mean Drew wins the bra and panties match?
Yes.
If it did, he'd already lost.
Yes, it does. He will retain.
Because Drew's
the-
already in his manties. What the hey, man? Everybody's just getting stalked in this cage today.
It's damn it D'Lo booking.
Yeah, usually there's one move you see throughout a night. In this case, it's just like one person hunting the other like the Serengeti. Anthony, you said that he was getting some vitamin C. I'd agree. He's getting a whole lot of vitamin Claymore tonight.
Or vitamin cell tonight.
I was going to say, yeah.
Just wait. Somebody's
Uh-oh.
going through this damn cage.
He's
Smiling.
he's thinking about something. Usually the Titans don't think. They usually just bash.
He's gonna take out the shillelagh.
He's gonna walk under there and say, damn it, Bailey took my chair.
Yeah.
Guys, get the fuck out of here.
You mean Drew bringing out a chair means something bad for Orton? Wow, that's innovative. Where'd you come up with that? Are you paid by the word, you moron?
He might.
Possibly. With the way Vince is running things?
You know, that is the one thing I'm kind of sad that WWE does not do in the current era of like broadband. Is that when you have watch parties like this, it would be great if you could watch these streams without the commentary.
Oh, that'd
That
be
would
great.
be
Yeah.
interesting.
That'd be
That would be
fantastic.
awesome. Yeah.
That'd be perfect for like house parties and such. You turn it all off and let everybody say whatever. Oh,
Damn.
The same steel steps were about to murder Jimmy Uso or Jey Uso earlier.
and Sasha nearly bounced off of like a pong ball. Those
You
sectional
chose-
those
You
sectional
chose this match, and I'm gonna choose to beat every skull off your body.
those sectional stairs are one of the greatest investments Vince McMahon ever made.
Oh!
Indeed.
Oh,
Oh.
and he vanished. He used his teleport technique.
Oh, he ran hella far.
All right, guys. I got told dinner is ready, so I will hopefully see you by the end of this. If not, somebody may have to fill me in.
Okay.
Jesus.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Don't turn around unless you want to turn around.
Turn around, bright. Oh,
Oh.
Right to the knee. Hmm.
Ooh. That's Mike
Playing their-
playing music.
It's playing their guitar. Is that Elias?
Or is it Jeff Jarrett? He's pissed. He's interfering.
Slap nuts!
I want a match right now.
Okay,
My
so
son
I just
Flapjack
got
got
back.
beat by Bobby Lashley.
Why is Orton wearing pants? Why is
He's
he
Well,
dressed
no,
up
no.
as a cameraman.
He is
Oh,
now
he was a cameraman.
finally disrobing, it seems.
No, he's gonna lose his bra and panties matches.
He was a cameraman, Daniel. He snuck
okay.
up to Drew.
Yeah, he had a Retribution cosplay, then Roman Reigns cosplay. Now he's Randy Orton.
Oh, he was Randy Orton the whole time.
I know, shoot, what the heck?
Then he puts on a blue
Perfect
wig and he's a
disguise.
Sasha Banks cosplay.
His gear's not white, though.
He's heel Sasha Banks. I don't know.
Oh, got you.
I see the cage is still standing.
Sadly, they wrestled around it for a little bit before the match started. They teased the
And Drew
using
through
the
the
announce
stairs.
table. Right.
He's like, why does he bring his pants in there?
Like
Not-
Orton, it's not as intimidating as Roman Reigns using the strap to choke him. If you use your pants, it
Right.
just seems kind of weird.
Your used
Not
pants, too.
pants. He
Used
stole them
pants.
from a camera guy.
Why is he dragging his pants with him? Like, these are good
Your
pants.
tongue back in your mouth, sir. That's how
Yeah.
you get the Rona.
I'm glad I'm wearing headphones.
This sound, yeah, let's say it's very sexual right now.
Don't kink shame us.
Just
Somebody
watching
comes
with
in the
their
room.
eyes
Are you
closed.
winning, son?
Are you?
What's going on in there? You don't want to know, or do you?
Oh,
There,
the
the pants are being used.
To squeeze his eyeball? Is this a Rey Mysterio Seth Rollins?
Oh, he's like, you smell?
Oh.
Ooh.
Yep, I'm still glad I have my headphones.
Dirty talk. Dirty talk. Dirty talk.
Randy
can't
Orton
imagine the
ASMM
people
for
watching the stream that's not having the pay-per-view on.
Randy Orton ASMR for 8
The
hours
safe
straight.
word is cage.
It's condensed kinkiness.
No, it's in the cage, so the safe word is I quit. So.
I thought we already
Oh.
had that one already.
Oh, okay. So we have to do the new safe word. Don't put your head
Right.
there. You'll lose an eye.
The safe word is retribution.
Oh no! Anything but that. Oh no!
What are you doing?
Man, the steel steps have been getting a lot of love tonight.
So
Yeah, from
Yeah,
Roman
this-
to
twisting of
Sasha to
This. Yeah, this is exactly the way I thought this match was going to go, and I'm disappointed.
headlocks, though. No headlocks. We are headlock
slow
free.
and sadistic. Question then becomes: does Miz try to cash in and either get Claymored and doesn't win, or gets RKO and doesn't win, or does Miz
Or-
actually
Could you
win?
imagine
Or
after
he
all
wins.
this? It's just that's how the story ends.
Right. Like, bah, bah, bah.
It just ends on the Seinfeld theme as the WWE credits roll.
Like they could,
or
they could
more-
shut off the the Thunderdome stream for like 30 seconds while they hide the Miz under the ring, and after the match he could just legitimately cash in.
But he could have gone under the ring while we watched the promo video.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know?
Yeah,
Or he could be one of the cameramen right now.
that's also true too.
Oh wait, they're setting it up on the corner that usually always breaks.
Unless a crazy swerve is that Morrison turns on Miz to prevent him from cashing it in, because Morrison wants the briefcase from Miz. When's Samoa Joe gonna start wrestling? I thought
He's
he
gonna
was already
cash in.
cleared.
Oh, he's like right after this match.
From this angle, it looked like they were kissing.
Well, they were, but that's why the camera was at that angle.
That's what the
Right.
K in RKO stands for. Kiss.
Right.
Oh my, is what the O stands for.
Randy
kisses.
Kiss. Oh my.
my.
Hmm.
Oh. That was a throw at best.
Oh! Oh, damn. I thought it was a belly of the Bailey.
It's a modified version.
He's setting up for something.
I would have said a reverse RK. Whoa!
Oh, the kip up.
Yet seeing him doing a kip up is impressive.
He learned it from Shawn Michaels. See? He's already using the powers from his fallen friends.
He's tuning up the band.
No, he's got to cock the world's strongest punch.
The
The
right?
WMD.
Give him the unprettier.
Oh, the F5. Oh,
The airplane spin?
There's that table.
I felt that transition was a little.
yeah, got the table.
Oh. Should have Claymored him through it. That would have been cooler.
Yeah, if he Claymored him through, if it was a Claymore through, and they both went through the grate, it would be amazing.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, you play this sound bit during this match, but you can't play it during Bailey and
girls?
Sasha.
Yeah. F that. That was not that awesome. Favoritism.
Agreed. So apologize for any music in the background. My roomies play music, so.
I call bullshit.
Asshole.
Time for some Drew
Yeah,
McIntyre
is he
ASMR.
whispering sweet nothings? What is going on with this?
He wants more he wants more kisses.
Yeah, his mouth is right to his ear.
Ooh, man, hit him
Again? Wow.
in the haggis. Ah,
Are we being serious right now? Are we just not gonna give him a 2?
Nope. F that shit. Who is he looking for?
He's hoping for the Big Show to show up. He's like, it's a 50-50 chance to be on my team.
Fuck.
Oh
my god!
Yay, we're going
It's
through.
T-Bar!
Oh, we might actually have a murder now. Okay.
Oh. I take your nose. Got your nose.
That's a really big set of bolt cutters. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they are.
You don't
Okay,
need
yeah.
you don't need those industrial bolt cutters for that flimsy chain.
The referee's like, what the fuck, man? I could have just opened it.
He's like, I have the key right here. I was handing it to you.
That's my job.
This
But
is
it's
setting
such a
up for
cool
a.
looking prop.
Like,
It's definitely setting up for a Miz cashing in.
He's like, now we got to go to Home Depot and spend $4.95 on a new thing of chains.
I just wanted to help.
So he's
Martin,
gonna.
why are you leaving?
You're gonna lose by count out?
No, there's an ambulance ahead.
The ambulance is like, it's calling to me.
Come on now.
Oh, there's the
There's
end of the
been plenty
Thunderdome.
of these.
Oh, it has to be inside the ring?
Oh,
What about on top of the ring?
no, they've done a pinfall on top of the cell before.
Well, according to what we just said, inside the ring, submission or pinfall. Although a referee stoppage also happened.
Yeah, what is the reason? Why are you
Yeah,
out
he's
here?
doing.
Why did you
he's doing this
leave? What if McIntyre didn't
pacing.
come after you?
Oh,
He's
damn.
doing a weird pacing. He's having a panic attack.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 No!
I can climb here.
Hello.
I'll
know
never
that
find me
look.
up here and hide and seek.
I'm gonna pull a Jeff Hardy and climb this thing.
Gotta go. Bye.
Oh great!
And then Drew
Well,
McIntyre's like, I'm
this-
not going up there. Why not?
This
I'm
is
not
what
going
you wanted, Kaza.
Can I win by count out?
Yeah, but I don't usually see Randy Orton do this.
Man,
Randy
how are
Orton's
you
never
doing it?
climbed,
This is not
has he?
Randy Orton's wheelhouse.
Well, today is try something
Technically,
new
it
day.
wouldn't really be Drew's either. This is Drew's first Hell in a Cell. How would he know to be all fancy and?
What if Drew had a fear of heights and did not climb?
Then this
Yeah,
match
Drew's
is
just
going to
like,
be real
"Look,
interesting.
Look, I'll kick your head off later, but I ain't going up there.
Randy Orton with a swan
That's
top
a great
bomb.
camera angle. Jesus
What?
Christ.
That's a great coming along. What the hell is he thinking?
He should have done the Orton pose up there.
Come to me, my child.
McIntyre, I have the high ground now.
You underestimate my claymore.
Oh,
Bet.
you just told
McIntyre's
him.
like,
You
bet.
told him what to do.
He's flying.
Uh-oh.
Well, okay, so Roman has taken the bronze.
He might, depending on what they do with this.
Yeah, if it's just a lame, let's play cat and mouse and go all the way to the other side and go down. And lame
Maybe this
sauce.
match will be better than the Sonic movie as a stand.
Yeah, by those
I don't
standards.
know about that. Right now, they're
Hey,
just teasing us. Doesn't mean
Hey,
nothing's
this
happening
match is
so
already
far.
better than Bad Boys for Life.
I haven't seen it.
Uh,
All right.
Yo, this is a good camera shot.
Wow.
Whoa,
look at
This is
this. Look at
amazing.
this.
This looks like a CGI
right.
shot. What the heck? Okay, this is what we are waiting for.
Randy
Wait,
just
this-
pick
You
up.
brought a kendo stick with you?
How did you do that?
Is that a
It's
pipe?
lightsaber.
Lightsaber.
light-
He's
Lightsaber?
a stick. And then he pulls out a blue one.
Come on, McIntyre. You are the force.
Okay.
Force is with
Oh,
you.
oh,
Oof.
I thought he fell down like through the
oh. That's what I
Alright,
thought
you
too.
got-
And then I saw the cage kind of give. I'm like, oh.
You gotta
Oh,
do a
no.
lot.
To be
You gotta
fair,
do a
that's
lot
like
of damage before it
500
falls
pounds
out.
there.
That's
use the force.
that's a lot of big meaty men sweating, up there.
Hey.
Whoa! hit him in the
Ooh.
ass.
Meanwhile, the ref's on the ground, and he's just like, it's raining on me. Yeah.
He's like, no one listens
No,
to
it's
our
not an
stuff.
IRS match, dude. Come on.
What in the blue hell? I go eat a couple steaks, I come back, and I'm watching a Godzilla film. What's going on?
This just took silver medal for second best Hell in a Cell match
You
tonight.
just missed a live sex celebration, Jeremy.
Great. Now I have to ask permission to
Top of the
rewatch this match after the show. Wonderful. Great. Terrific. Jeez.
Not really. All they did is gone up there. And
Not gonna lie,
Randy hit him.
Jeremy. The rest of the match has been
Oh
kind of
no,
lame.
no! Somebody's
No,
going
don't
through
go
that
back
announce
down.
table. They set that up.
He hit him with a stick that looked like a lightsaber. That's all we've seen so far.
Long live the king.
Mm,
Wait a minute. Didn't Randy set up the announce table?
Yeah.
Well, he cleared everything from it, and he looks to be in prime position to be kicked through it if necessary. Unless they both climb down and one of them leg sweeps the other off the cage through the table.
Or
Are those
they-
like little tiny foot platforms right there on like the middle rungs?
Yeah.
Not platforms, they cut out bigger holes for these big men to stick their feet through.
No, like there's little platforms halfway
Oh,
down.
Oh
yeah,
wow!
yeah, there are.
Wow!
Somebody
good
did
eye.
engineer this thing.
Yeah,
Race you down there.
Yep. Are they gonna double Russian leg sweep themselves?
Are you
into
thinking
that?
a double bump?
That would be
Yeah.
my guess, yeah. I don't think
Yeah.
either of these guys would do it on their own. I think this is one of those you go, we go type situations.
It's
Right.
obviously a reverse hurricane around. Like this gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a poison Rana from the middle of the cage.
Unless he RKO's him through the table.
You can see the ref is already in that position to check on him down there. Did you see him in the wide shot crouched? He's trying to peel his fingers off. And Randy Orton tries to take a dump on the announce table.
He's gonna do a surprise.
Whoa!
No, that was just Drew leaving.
I thought he was gonna do a surprise roll up from that.
That was sudden.
Wow.
I can't get down!
Warren's just like, we were both supposed to fall.
Help! I'm afraid of heights.
Okay.
Oh my god, he had 3 days to retirement.
What we call retire knee.
Usually means the walker. Yeah, he's trying to figure out how to get down.
He's gonna do a 450 corkscrew.
Oh, he's coughing blood.
From the top.
Stop making things up.
What if it's gonna come true?
I don't know. The stuff on the very top was still.
Yeah. It's
He
like,
We
might
did
have
get a good
saved it.
shot though. We
It was
got
a
a
good-
damn
it
good
was-
shot.
It
Great
was a cool
shots up
shot,
there.
yes. But
Yeah,
they
that
would
was
have
a
done
pretty
a
cool
couple
shot.
more moves. That would have been cool. Like an RKO on the top. That would have been cool.
Oh god, he's coughing up blood.
Yeah, that's starting to remind me a little bit of oh god, Finn Balor's face after his latest match.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean where he literally just obliterated Kyle O'Reilly's liver?
No, I mean where Kyle O'Reilly broke his jaw in 2 places.
See, what the fuck? Is this Titanic?
Yes. Don't let me
I'll never
go.
let go,
Don't let
Drew.
me go, Randy.
Except this is where Rose pushes Jack under the water.
It's like the perfect heel turn at
She
the end of the movie.
scooted over with her petticoat, and they both could have floated on the door.
Yeah, I
And
missed that
Yeah.
episode that she could have taken off her life reserve, put it under the raft, and they both would have been okay.
again, I'm
High
glad-
five. Good spot, sir.
Yeah, that's right. Cough up the theater blood.
Yeah.
We know it
blood
tastes like corn
packets.
syrup.
Blood
Oh,
packets.
it's cherry flavor. I hate cherry flavor.
You're not supposed to swallow the mist, you idiot. You're supposed to spit it out.
Hey, maybe he likes to swallow. Leave him alone.
Oh, I thought you left lame innuendo to me. Damn it, stop stealing my stuff.
Sorry, that's because I'm better than you.
Oh!
When it comes to being lame, you are absolutely better than me.
Sure. Go ahead. Keep spouting those lies.
You remember a QAnon, aren't you?
Speak real English.
Randy
on your
Orton, what are
nerd
you
talk.
doing? I'm
So
gonna
far,
Randy
he's getting a really good view of Drew's backside.
Oh yeah, he's enjoying the view.
Look, man, the TV cameras don't do you justice.
At least he landed
Whee!
safely.
Yeah, he did.
He landed fairly well. I mean, the bounce gave him a good roll and slide. That's a good
Yeah.
deflected impact. Actually, it couldn't have crumbled much better than that when it came to sparing him the center of it.
Yeah, that was a perfect landing, actually.
Yeet.
And he tucked his head and protected it. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
But he bruised his coccyx on that.
Is that why he's
I don't know why you're staring at that.
Because it's a cool dragon on his butt.
Yeah, what the heck, dude? Why are you dragon shaming, dude?
You're the one
know,
looking at
yeah.
dragon coccyx.
Dude, it's like dragon tails, dude.
Why you gotta be hating?
He can't even properly fit under the ropes.
his ass too thick.
The ref broke out the gloves.
How to train
Can't
your Scottish
guarantee
dragon.
say.
It looks like he's setting him up for a final RKO.
Or a punt, depending on
And
how
then-
he.
Is he
And then
dead, Jim?
Big Show's music hits.
Well, he's spitting out his red shirt, so he might be. See, now that's what it's supposed to look like when your liver hurts.
Oh, he's tuning up the band.
Bop.
Yeah, bop. Bop. Yeah, bop. Bop.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
flapping the mat. I should turn around.
Oh no, backslide! Illegal move! Illegal move!
That's how he won the first time.
Right.
Claymore!
Oh.
A Claymore out of nowhere.
I think my favorite move this year with
Yep.
Drew's done is the kip up into a Claymore against Ziggler.
Yeah. That was
Against who?
dope.
Who did he do
It
that
was
with?
Ziggler.
It was the
okay.
it was the hardcore match where it was only hardcore for Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, okay.
Extreme Rules.
Yeah, Extreme Rules, yeah.
Match really wasn't all that hardcore.
Nah.
No.
Best
The
moments were
women's
when-
match was way more hardcore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I
Why
was
is
here
this
for that with
last?
Extreme Rules.
You know, we've been asking that all night. We've been asking that since this pay-per-view started. So I guess we're gonna find out.
I guess because they can't use the announce table anymore.
Well,
I suppose.
here's the thing. When Randy pulled out the bolt cutters, we were all like, oh god, it's going to be an actual murder.
All right, it's a guillotine choke. No, we're just
Still
gonna
no-
roll this dog in.
Hate to say it, but still no headlocks.
Why do you hate to say that?
Because I'm so used to seeing it in Randy Orton's wheelhouse.
That's a
I
secret. He
still
likes
understand
that
why
part.
we don't want to see that. I'm okay with this. So you guys been watching 20 minutes of this, huh?
Yep.
Yep.
Huh.
And you know
Yeah,
what?
this-
It hasn't
this-
been that bad.
But It could be a lot better.
Yeah.
The
Be.
pace has been so slow compared to the girls, and they haven't done anything out of the ordinary, really.
It's slower than the girls, but faster than Roman.
Yes.
Not sure that's a good thing because Romans was all about heart.
Oh!
Whoop! Whiff!
Wow.
That's a counter.
RKO.
That's a counter.
Ooh.
One.
You didn't-
Oh!
2, 3.
Wow. Wow.
We had a title change.
Wow.
Well, technically, it's the second.
Miz.
Oh God, that's Miz
Miz.
music.
I don't know. Orton looks too pumped up right now.
With just one RKO, really? It's all. It
Yeah,
took?
that's a kind of a lopsided finish there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Drew fell through a table, so I could see it.
It's still pretty lopsided considering the feats of endurance Drew's put on in these past matches.
Yeah.
I mean,
Drew
Okay,
never
what's
kicked
next?
out at 2. You only kicked out at 1 and
yeah.
none.
It was either one or nothing. So,
Huh.
what's next pay-per-view?
Survivor
Survivor
Series.
Series in
Series.
4 weeks.
Who's NXT champion? Finn Balor still?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, technically he is champion right now, although somewhere in the next 10 days they're going to make a decision.
So it could be Orton versus Roman versus NXT champion in like an exhibition match.
Yeah.
Possible.
In which case I would see Roman going over. I mean, he is the monster right now. I mean, I'd be more intrigued to find out who the women's champions are by then.
Yeah.
Well, it would be. We got Sasha
Asuka, and
and
Io,
Io.
right?
Io?
Io is currently champion, however, I expect her to drop soon. I can't say to whom necessarily, I just expect her to drop soon.
maybe Candice at Halloween Havoc.
Could very well be. I mean, Johnny's got a match himself for the North American title, and I could see them wanting to feature Johnny in the mid-card runabout rather than Damian Priest.
Right.
And out comes the Miz.
Dude, I wish.
Now it comes Tommaso Ciampa to throw him against the screen.
That would be amazing.
Is yours just freezing up, or is it just?
I think it's just you.
It's all good on my end.
Because this has been clean for me. Actually, that's the other disappointing about this, is after all the cheating moves Randy Orton has taken, that was a pretty clean win.
Yeah.
Necessarily decisive?
He nodded. He's like, "Yeah, you got me."
I'm not sure I'd call it decisive. It was just kind of inevitable after 3 tries. Usually anybody wins on the 3rd try. There's a few exceptions, but not a lot. You know, and not necessarily a knock against Randy Orton, but I've seen this twice before. I wasn't in the mood for a 3rd.
Yeah, I like the ambulance how that ended with like everyone who's Randy's ever hurt comes back and gives him his comeuppance.
Yeah. So that is the end of our watch along. The show has ended. Do you guys have any thoughts you want to share about all that?
Yeah, I will say that Bailey versus Sasha is probably one of the matches of the year. And that should have ended the pay-per-view.
Should have.
All 3 cell matches just delivered. I like it.
The card as a whole, were there submissives there? Yes. But was it satisfying to watch? Definitely. Of course, Sasha and Bailey took the show.
Totally.
Match of the year, hands down.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Roman and Jay with Jimmy and all the extras that wanted a pay-per-view payday. I would say 3rd best cell match of the evening.
As in, it got last place. I
Yes.
still am a fan of Roman versus Jimmy or Jay.
Yep, I
Both of
agree.
them.
I'll give that a silver. And Drew and Orton didn't do anything totally out of the box. It was
Yeah.
kind of blah blah.
Yeah, that's
The
the
stuff
thing.
of-
I would
Hey.
give Sasha and Bailey the gold medal. I would give Roman and Jay the silver medal, and I don't think they deserve the bronze medal. Honestly, I was not a fan of that match.
I'm
really.
sorry, it was a paint by number cell match, and I thought it was entertaining.
Okay.
I just, based on what I saw, and granted I missed the middle, they just didn't do anything special, which is a problem. I mean, the Miz and Otis match was more of an intriguing one to me by the end.
Well, yeah, that's because we had the legit breakup, heel turn of Tucky, and probably a setup for that later on down the road,
Yeah.
with probably a decent payoff in the end.
Who knows? Maybe now that Otis is on Raw, he and Keith Lee could team up and they can just wreck a ring.
Oh,
No, I
man.
think Otis is. He got drafted on SmackDown.
Yeah, Tucky's on Raw.
Oh, okay. I had their positions reversed. That's my bad.
Unless they do a trade, which you never know.
Yeah. But does anyone have anything they want to plug before we go? Because I don't think people need to hear us sitting here reminisce and arguing over shite.
Go ahead, Mario.
Fairly.
Plug your stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, fine. I have a TikTok that's doing fairly well with over 10,000 followers at the one and only Mario. I have an Instagram, one and only Mario, that recently got some love from a Marvel comic artist, so I'm enjoying that glow still.
Nice.
And I still occasionally do a podcast for Second Union at wearesecondunion.com called The Cosmic Library, where we talk about the latest in comic book news and comic book storylines. I'm on a little bit of a hiatus on that I may extend for a week just because I've had some personal struggles. But I will be getting back to that fairly soon.
Dope.
Anybody else?
Kaza, plug WWW
We
for
don't
us.
know if we are going to have WWW this week, but be ready to tune in on Sunday. Hopefully, we will be doing a special game. Some very cool individuals should be back. It's been a while since we had them at the table, and it should be fun. It will be a Halloween themed game, from what I remember.
Dope.
Okay. Anybody else?
You can follow me on Twitter at
All right. Well, thank you very much for tuning in to this watch along. There is a possibility we will have a minor one for Halloween Havoc, but for sure we will reconvene for WWE Survivor Series going on this November 22nd. And I'm sure, as long as they make it another 3-brand show, I'm sure there'll be a number of us in here with our own flags to fly.
I just realized my microphone was muted.
Oh, okay.
let me do my quick plug real quick. You can follow me on Twitter at Defective Naruto. You can follow my streamer Twitter, which will be active really soon next year, at clawmaster_. Follow the work that I do at youtube.com/missionstarttubes. And that's all I have for now.
All right. So thank you very much for... Huh?
We might be back November 7th for the AEW pay-per-view.
Oh my God, you guys have more false finishes than that damn Bailey Sasha Banks match.
I completely forgot about that. You can kill me later.
So, thank you very much. Okay, I was just trying to see if anybody else was in there. We will see you for at least a Survivor Series. Have a great one, everybody. Stay safe out there.
All right, see you guys.
Take care.
See ya. Bye.